Hello everyone, welcome back to Jasper's Game Week Aussie Edition. If you're joining us for the first time today, I'm Sarah, this is John, and we're from Meeples and Dragons. We're coming up on Game 2 for today with Dungeon Master Callan from Half Monster Games.
We'd like to thank Callan and his players for joining us today, and thank you to our friends at Ardent Roleplay for hosting us on their Twitch this week. If you're curious about how their augmented reality system for TTRPGs works, head on over to their site, ardentroleplay.com, and check it out.
Don't forget you can influence the game through donations to give advantage, disadvantage, re-rolls and more through the Tiltify.
We'll pass you over to Callan now. Thank you for joining us.
Well, hey. All right, hello everyone. My name's Callan Davis. It's great to meet you. I'm here to run the next game for Jasper's Game Week. I'm from Half Monster Game, which is a company that makes board games based in Brisbane. And first, I'd like everybody to introduce themselves one by one. Introduce yourself and your character. So let's start off with Matthew.
Hi, my name's Matthew for Tabletop Obscure. I run Pathfinder 2 games on Sunday nights. I also have a Twitter, Obscure Tabletop. You can find me there. Today I will be playing Obi Sunburner, a Celestial Goblin Warlock.
Alrighty, and Emily?
Hi, I'm Emily. I am a player in Fate's Grip, an actual play stream we play every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. on Twitch. And today I am playing Xandra, the halfling druid, Circle of Wildfire, and looking forward to being here.
Thank you. And Nick, fantastic cosplay.
Thank you. I'm Nick, otherwise known as NBCDM. You can find me all over the interwebs doing different kinds of TTRPG things. And today I'll be playing Wu-Tang Cat, your friendly tabaxi bar.
Awesome. And Kendall.
Hello, my name is Kendall Drury. You can find me on Instagram at Kendall the Human. You may know me as the DM from One for All, aka the other actor in One for All. And yeah, today I will be playing Haka, the Turtle Barbarian, Path of the Zealot.
Awesome. And Chris.
Sorry, I'm really confused. I thought, again, this was another Zoom call about some work problems, but this is just super weird. So I'm just going to hang up and rejoin in a minute. Unlike Kendall, I just have a fork rather than that strange butter knife he's got. I am playing in the amazingly well disguised Doctor Hat. I have a hat. I'm a doctor. That's all you need to know. Plus I'm a sorcerer, but let's just leave that alone. Of unknown origin. Unknown.
All right, we won't ask any more questions about Dr. Hat then for the rest of the game. There's also 2 raffles being drawn at the end of the week. If you donate, you can go into the draw to win Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft Pact, including both the standard and alternate covers. They're shipped direct from Wizards of the Coast before the release. So that's being drawn tomorrow, Saturday, 8th of May at 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. You can also go into the draw to win a year's GM subscription to Ardent Roleplay's reality app, augmented reality app, and a deck of 75 high fantasy themed Ardent Roleplay encounter cards. The winner is going to be announced on the 8th of May at 10 p.m. Also, for this particular game, any donations that you put forward will put you automatically into the draw to win a copy of Trust Me, I'm a Doctor and Trust Me, I'm a Superhero, the board games made by Half Monster Games. And they're my games, and I think they're fantastic. So donate as much as you can, because I'm very happy to send them out to you. And also, it's going to truly make things interesting. All right, so let's get started. So you are all a freelance criminal guild based in Waterdeep. You complete sort of odd jobs for merchants and nobles that need stuff done quietly. And one day you're invited into a private booth in the Fiery Flagon Inn in the Sea Ward district. Waiting there is a broker that you commonly work with. His name is Ruggy Ashbilly. Ruggy motions you over to the table and shows you what you can see before you. He shows you a map of what looks to be some sort of mansion, and some drawings of a ring, scroll, and 2 people. And he says to you, all right, I've got a job for you. Here's the job. There's a shipment of ivory whale bone coming in for tonight, imported by a Fenny Northwarden. And he points to the dwarf in the top right-hand corner. Ivory accessories have become really fashionable in noble society recently, and Fenny is the only supplier to the Guild of Fine Carvers. Now, I've got a buyer that wants to break the monopoly on the ivory game, and they want this shipment. However, the whalebone's too big to move easily through the city, even for you, Haka. And he sort of like slaps you on the back of your shell a little bit. Says the docks.
I take exception to that.
I would caution you, sir, about touching the torta.
All right, okay, all right. I don't want any trouble. And he backs up a little bit. He says, look, the whalebone's too big to move easily through the city, and the docks are too well patrolled for a smash and grab operation. So I've asked you guys to step in. Now, Fenny usually signs for her shipments using a finely crafted dwarven signet ring, and he points to the ring. One of my contacts told me she keeps in the study in her villa in the Seaward district. Your job is to get into the villa, find and retrieve the signet, and then meet up with my agent in the dock ward to sign for the shipment. Fenny should also have some of her documents of receipt, and he points to the scroll that you need to find and modify with the new location of the Helmstar warehouse for the shipment to be delivered to. Now, it's really important that you don't get found out, and you deliver Fenny's signet ring back to my man down at the dock district, or to our office in the Seaswealth Hall in the dock ward. Moving the stop's going to take a couple days, and if Fenny gets wind of what's going on down there, she'll have the guard all over us. So if you do all of this, we'll split the sale of the job 70-30. What do you reckon?
70-30 seems an unfair compensation for such a large job. Do you not agree, my comrades?
Well, which one of us is getting the 30 and who's getting the 70?
I think 80-20 sounds better.
Oh, I get the 70 and you get the 30.
Well, is this job only worth 100 gold?
No, it's worth like 100,000 gold, more like.
Oh, well, then why is it like 70-30? Wouldn't it be like 70,000, 30,000?
Oh, God.
70%.
Oh, he's doing math.
30%.
What?
Sorry, I was sleeping during that. What
Now it's 70 cents.
What?
No, not 70%. Oh, my goodness. I'm happy to talk to anyone else about this.
All right, so let's go back to
this guy's trying to lowball us.
Right.
All right.
Being the doctor in the party, I'm telling you now, it's a great deal because we get discounts on all the other whalebones later on.
It sounds like a terrible deal, and I think it should be at least 90-10.
All right. Can you please roll me a persuasion check?
Yes, it's a very good modifier that I have, by the way.
$90.10.
No, sorry, you're getting it wrong. 90-10 would be 90 for me, 10 for you. 70 for me, 30 for you. That's the deal.
Oh, no.
If you want to move it better in your way, well, I'm not going to give you the majority of it. I'm giving you the job, right? No one else knows where the buyers for this stuff are.
You've just told us the buyers, so we could just get rid of you and do... No, so we'll stop doing that.
That's true. We could just kill him.
No, I can't do that.
I haven't told you the buyer. I've just told you where to drop the stuff off.
We could just find out and then kill you.
No. I've got a mortgage to pay, so it sounds great. Let's do it. And I've got medical bills, which we're not going to explain in this adventure. So 40, 60, and in a ship, 2 ships.
Okay. Can you please roll me a persuasion check?
I'm going to stretch my hands and pat him on the back and cast guidance on him.
Cool.
Just casually.
This jacket costs a fortune. You're going to pay for that. Right, guidance. Oh, shit. I mean, oops, today that was a natural 1 for my first roll of the day.
And add a D4.
And a D4 is a... Wow. So that comes out to be a natural 1 plus... That's 11. I'm awesome.
All right. As you close your mouth, finishing your sentence, you sort of, the guidance spell that was put on you just sort of fizzles a little bit and does something weird to you. And I would like you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh, straight out of the gate. This is what we are here for.
$37 is a good number, right?
What did you get?
37.
37. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's a portal opens up next to you, and a single sad looking flump pops out and sort of like slaps onto the table. Its tentacles wiggling, and it looks like it was having a bath or something like that. It's covered in water, and it just onto the table in front of you.
Look, Neil, this is a work do. I told you that's inappropriate behavior. Put some clothes on. Now. Pick up Neil and put him back in my bag.
Okay, you have a flump. As you pick up Neil, a little bit of the magic from the realm that flumps come from. I'm sorry, chat. I'm not going to look at where the flumps come from right now, but you can tell me in chat if you want.
There's celestials, so something like
celestials. So a little bit of celestial magic covers you, and you feel your body getting like older and weaker, and you age 10 years.
Fortunately, my morning regime just makes me look more rugged.
that.
Dr. Hat, I think you need to stop rubbing that jellyfish on your face.
You look
It's not doing you any favors.
I'll get the
I agree.
Flump myself a little bit. Just flump tentacles.
I saw a Public Information Act about how you need to ask permission before you rub flump juice on someone's face.
I've paid for this. Shut it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's self-inflicted, I feel surely it's consensual.
Right, back to the money. So
back to the money. No, I'm sorry, but this is the way it is. You get what you get, and what you get is not as much as you want.
Hold on, I'm just going to get someone else to have a chat with you, and I run into the back room, disguise myself. Come.
Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah.
My younger brother was in here earlier. You can see I'm much older.
Can you roll me a deception check with disadvantage, please?
That's not possible. I'm a highly trained artist.
Oh, are you? As in you're an actor? Are you an actor, or are you just saying that you're
I'm a doctor actor. I don't know.
An artist and a doctor? Is that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see how many corrections we get by the end of the game. Okay. Roll me that deception, please.
So that was a 2, but I add my incredible deception powers, which is 7. So that's 9 for those that could add up.
All right. He seems initially convinced, and then he looks at you a little bit closer, and he's like, "You're still wearing a hat. Oh, I know that person. That's Dr. Hat. Yep, can't trick me. Best doctor, actor, butcher out there." All right, look.
So, as this is all happening, I'm just like, patting my tabaxi friend's fur.
I'm purring.
All right, look, if you want to know any more about like the actual job, I can tell you. There's a guard that I've paid off who knows apparently where this receipt of sale is. So if you ask them, they can probably tell you where in the building it is. Aside from that, this is the floor plan. So it's up to you. You guys know that it's about sort of like midnight at the moment. So if you want, you can try and like sneak in at night and then catch the ship in the morning, or you can wait until morning and try and like talk your way in. So it's up to you. Or if you want to know any more about Fenny or about Ivory or about the job, then let me know.
Who is this guard you have paid?
Wait, so we have to kill the guard, right?
Yeah, his name's Gareth. You don't kill him. No, you don't
Kill
look.
Gareth. All right.
Ah! Why did I even like? You're not really cut out for this job, but I suppose
This is why we're getting
One.
70-30, isn't it?
this is why you're getting. This is why I'm getting 70 and you're getting 30.
I pull out the flame tongue greatsword and point it. And I'm like,
You want to see what I can cut out?
I
no.
absolutely.
All right. Okay. Well, look, you know what you've got to do, and that's good. Tell you what, I'll give you half now. No, actually, I don't have any money right now, so I'll give you. Here's 100 gold pieces, and he like drops a small, sad-looking sack on the table and scuttles out.
What business is this guy running?
You guys said it wasn't 100 gold. He just gave us 100 gold.
The 100 gold is the starting bonus.
And it was 70-30? Wait,
Yeah,
no.
we got
the 70 and the 30.
The 70, he
as a
gets the
bonus.
30.
I will absolutely
we got
endorse
100.
killing him at the end of this for more money.
It's okay.
I mean-
I will forge a contract in which he agrees to pay us 70. It is no problem.
What about 100?
That's a better idea.
I talked to Neil.
I don't think even he is that
Neil's
stupid.
listened to all of this and understands we have to sneak onto a ship and then not set fire to it. So, who's the actual sneaky one in this? Because I literally forget anything other about me. And most of the time, I don't know who I am. So, which one of you? I know it's not Harker because.
What are you saying?
Well, I think it's the kind of. I know the way he kept setting fire to things and threatening people. So I'm suggesting stealth.
That's what the situation calls for. I can be the stealthiest person ever if I need be.
Okay, prove it.
I
Go on,
tried.
be stealthy. Go on.
We can play
Alright.
hide and seek. It'll work
Alright.
that way.
All right. Close your eyes. Close your eyes for 5 seconds. I'll disappear.
2.
One.
I'm casting guidance on him, by the way.
no, I'm just
Alright.
no. I get as close to Dr. Hat as possible, and just
Yep.
hold my hand out ready. As soon as he opens his eyes, I'm going to slap him.
Okay, can you roll me a D100, please? And Dr. Hat, can you do the same?
Sure.
I got a 83.
All right, cool. Oh my God.
What am I doing again?
You're rolling a D100.
I knew that. I played D&D.
Is
before.
83 the damage I do to Hat when I?
Can you also
Well, he
roll
has-
me
he has
one
killed the
D10,
doctor.
please?
Also a D10. Ooh,
Also
I
a
like,
D10 as well as your attack roll.
I like where this is going. The D10 is a 7.
7, okay. And what did you get, Chris, on your roll? 17. Okay.
Or my attack. I guess it's a hand, like an unarmed strike. So that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay. So, Dr. Hat, you can still feel yourself like aging. You can feel like bristles starting to form in your chin, and a beard starts to grow out, and you're a little bit distracted as Hacker comes around and smacks you across the face, and your beard suddenly turns entirely into feathers. And a little bit of the wild magic that's been surrounding you goes back into Hacker, and everybody in the room takes 7 points of necrotic damage. And Hacker, you heal 7 points as a blast of wild magic encompasses you all.
That's the old trick. Punch a beard into feathers and damage everyone except me. My dad told me that one.
Oh.
I don't think Dr. Hat's going to make it through this. He's getting older by the second.
Just listening to you, like, it's aging me. I'm that bored of you all now. I'm trying to kill myself by old age. Also, appear to be bleeding copiously since I think that's about half my hit points.
Listen, if we do this
It's a
job,
medical age for myself, and I'll be back shortly. I may need a long rest or 3, but that's fine. Don't worry about it.
it's fine.
If you guys-
If we do this job, we can get him a nice spot in the retirement home,
I like that idea. That's a good
Get
idea.
him ready for the longest of rests.
and maybe a new hat.
Right. Obig, what are we doing? We've left it to you to make the plans. You're the brains of the operation. I'm just designating you that after.
Well, that was a mistake.
Actually, Zandra, could you roll me a nature check, please?
Nature check.
Yeah.
Can do.
And Obi, can you roll me a history check, please?
All right.
That was a 14.
A 14. Okay, cool.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. All right, thanks. So, Zandra, you know that the shipment that's coming in is whalebone, ivory. And whales are actually hunted out in the trackless sea by the people of 10 towns. And so the people of 10 towns use the entire carcass. So they use meat for food and blubber for torches, cooking and soap, skin for clothing and organs for storage. But since there's been this increase in interest in ivory jewelry, there's an increase in the hunting of the whales, and it's made them sort of move further west into the trackless sea and kraken-infested waters. And the people of 10 towns don't have as many sort of whale carcasses for their usual needs as they would normally, because they're all being sold off. And Obi, you know about Fenny Northwarden, this dwarven lass that is currently she's moved from Mirabar. She's a shield dwarf, and she's recently moved into Waterdeep, and she's sort of been the one person in town that has connections with 10 towns to get this ivory, and she's sort of done a lot of effort to try and make it fashionable. And you think she's got some enemies in the noble houses that have businesses that are sort of competing with this jewelry business, but you don't know any of them by name.
Yeah. Well, one option we could do is we could check out the manor and see if we can infiltrate the servants if they have any. Or see if we can impersonate some workers, get in, do some exploration. We have an in with the guard.
Yeah, should we speak to this guard?
I think that'd be a good first step.
This Gareth.
No, we had to kill Gareth.
Yes, but first we should talk to him, because he may have an answer for us about some of the things we need to find and how well guarded the manor is.
All right, so it's midnight at the moment. So if you guys want, you could try and track down Gareth. He's probably in a pub somewhere. But if you wanted to try and get in touch with any of the servants to take their place or convince them to let you in or whatever, you might have to wait until morning.
Okay.
You can do both as well if you want. But if you wait until morning, it'll mean that you can't do cat burglary stuff and sneak in.
Perhaps it would be worthwhile seeking this guard out now. Then we can case the manor. If it looks like an easy option, we could go in now. Or we wait till tomorrow morning.
I think it would be best if we case it out now while we have the cover of night.
Yeah,
a sensible decision, or fearless leader.
Yeah, let's do it now before Harker knocks me unconscious.
Let's do it now before Dr. Hatton dies.
Okay, so I'm going to move you guys to the mansion. So you guys have managed to sort of sneak your way into the sort of where the villas are in the Sea District, and you can see in some of the windows. There's a small amount of light, but at the moment it's kind of dark. None of you guys have any torches. And you can see just through a crack all the way through to the middle of the building that there seems to be some sort of humanoid figure walking around, even though there's not much light on inside the building.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can just do a quick walk around the building, see what I can see from the windows. Try to be as casual as possible.
All right, and you've got night vision, don't you?
Yeah, I got dark vision.
Oh, dark vision, sorry.
I have no vision.
All right, so you sort of get around you guys have approached this building from the side. You sort of hopped over a fence to try and get there, and there doesn't seem to be any guards around the villa, which is kind of odd. And you look inside the building, Obi, and you can actually see that there doesn't seem to be many sort of guards inside the building either, which is also kind of weird.
Yeah, no, this is strange. I'm not seeing any guards.
It
That's
sounds
easy.
like a trap.
Mm.
What are you
have some
talking about? You need to shut your face. We need to get in that house, and we get it now.
Haka.
Why people?
I'll more, talk less.
That wasn't me.
That was not Haka.
That was not me.
That was Dr. Hat.
That
He
was
is-
I don't know. Hey, Hat, what are you doing? What are you doing, Hat?
You people, you don't look, you don't think. Let's get in there. We're gonna bring it and crush their bones. I'm a doctor of pain.
I like this new attitude.
I think your slap has gone to his head.
Is there a open window or a breakable window nearby?
Yeah, all the windows that you guys can see through, they're all breakable.
Can I try
None of
to
them are open.
Can I try
at
to
the
throw
moment-
Hat through one?
yeah, if you want. Sure, roll me a contested athletics check.
Okay. Okay, that's 11 on the dice plus 7 for athletics, so 18.
All right, Hat, you need to also roll a thing. And can somebody roll me, actually, can I get, sorry, Kendall, can you also roll me a D20 as well, please?
18?
18? Okay, cool. So you guys are really lucky because you see like a Triton walking around, a sort of humanoid fish-looking person, and it moves into another room just as. Did you fail on your roll, Dr. Hat?
What, you mean with a 2? I've got
With a 2, yeah.
So, what are you about?
So you smash through the window and land inside the building. And you sort of roll, and you can hear like footsteps coming from the other room as the Triton wants to run in. What would you like to do? Very quickly.
As he comes in, I immediately go and literally that's my casting mirror image. So there are now 4 of me trying to pop myself as it comes towards me.
All right. So it's going to run into the room, and it takes one look at the 4 of you. Anyone who can see it, so I think that's Haka, Obi, and Dr. Hat, you can all roll an insight check for me really quickly. It takes one look at you, it looks super surprised, and it starts running back out of the room.
14.
14?
12.
Okay.
14. All I can remember
14.
is Hulk ripping his clothes off, and I'm not doing that on stream. Gary, you can get lost.
All right. So the Triton runs out of the room and into a different room, and you notice, those of you. So Dr. Hadnobi, you think maybe it wasn't that scared. Actually, it looked more determined.
Alarm?
Yeah, very likely. Very likely. Okay. I think what we'll do now is get everybody to roll initiative. Because yeah, I think at this stage we'll get everybody to roll initiative. Remember before the stream when I said like, what would we do if everything went wrong?
Yeah.
So, Callan, just to be clear, Hulk Hogan is a well-known stealth monster. If you're not seeing him in all those classic TV movies that he made.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just that, like 4 Hulk
Personal
Hogans,
fan
I
of
think.
Santa with muscles.
Okay.
This is SummerSlam all over again.
All right, Xandra, what did you get?
I got the best roll you could possibly get with a 4.
With a 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Haka, what did you get?
With my +0 to initiative, 1.
1? All right. Wu-Tang Cat, what did you get?
With a 19 and with a +5, that is 24.
24, okay. Obi, what did you get?
With a +1, I got 9.
9. And Dr. Hat?
Dr. Hat got a 19. The first time I get a bleeding roll, and it's a 19 for something useless.
Amazing. Initiative is not useless, my friend, especially in this situation. Hacker, the smash happens. You see the Triton run in. You're like, oh no, they're going to get something or trigger an alarm of some kind. And you're quick to the trot, so you're first up to act.
With the one?
Oh, sorry. Wu-Tang Cat. I take it back.
Sorry.
Clarification. How many stories, how many floors does this mansion have?
2 floors. You're on the first floor.
Okay. Do I see any activity on the second floor?
There's some dim lights. There's not really many lights down on the first floor, but there's some dim lights up on the second floor. And you don't hear much in the way of activity, though. If you want, you can roll me a perception.
Okay. We'll do that. Where's my perception? That's not bad. That is an 18 on the dice with a plus 4, 22.
22. Cool. Can you also roll me a 1d100, please?
Okay. 3.
3. All right. Okay, that's actually very, very, very good for you. So you're really perceptive, and you can hear the sounds of like soft voices upstairs, and also what sounds like creaking of metal. And you feel like a slight pain behind your eyes, and everybody else looking at Wu-Tang Cat, you can see that his eyes are starting to glow bright white. It's your turn.
Okay, so I hear something on the second floor. Now, just need to check on my slippers of climbing. Okay, so I have the slippers of climbing, which enables me to walk up vertical surfaces. So I would like to go to the second floor window, if that is possible.
Yeah, it's 10 feet up. So how far is your movement?
My movement is 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so that'll be 5, 10. All right, so you can get up to the second floor window and you can look in. And at the moment, you've got dark vision as well, don't you?
Yes.
So you can see, can you see in there what's going on? I'll narrate for everybody else. There we go. We'll put you there. Inside the building, inside the window, you can see Benny and an elf in bed together, and they both seem to be awake.
Aww.
They've got the covers pulled up to their chins, and Fenny seems pretty distraught, but the elf seems pretty relaxed. And she sort of like seems to be casting some sort of spell.
Interesting.
You still got your action if you'd like to do something with your action.
I think for my action, I'm going to try to cast sleep on the elf.
Nice. Yeah, roll your dice.
So I need to roll 5 d10s. No, 5d8, sorry.
5d8, cool. And it's off hit points, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
It would be if elves weren't immune to sleep magic, but other than that, this is going to go really well.
The d8. Okay. 8 plus 5 is 13, 15, 26.
26. Okay, cool. So you put the sleep spell down, and thank you for reminding me, Chris, because I totally would have forgotten. But you see the dwarf go to sleep, like sort of, it's like sitting up and it kind of looks a little bit frightened, and then she just straight asleep. The elf feels the magic go down over her, but you see that she doesn't seem to be affected at all. And just so you know, like you're still outside the window. You're welcome to sort of, like you can welcome to try and either open it with some thieves' tools if you've got them, or you can smash it and jump in. But you can do that on your next turn. unless you've got a bonus action that you want to use.
I think that would be all for me. I don't think I'm going to use a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Dr. Hat, you're up. There's now 4 of you. You're still sounding like Hulk Hogan? I'm not sure, but you're up.
Nope. So rush after the Triton.
Yep.
And shout. Have I seen it? What are they doing? Is it he, she, them? What are we?
So she's run into the other room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's as far as you can move, really.
Okay.
Unless you want to try and jump over that bookshelf there, you could sort of run diagonally.
No, I've just been
and make it into the doorway.
So no more. I'm literally bleeding heavily as we speak.
Oh wow! Okay. All right. So you can't see inside to see what she's doing at the moment, but you can feel like some pressure of magic coming on. You can, if you want, use your action to dash, or you can do something else.
In a loud, clear voice, I say, "Don't worry, we're doctors. This is a house call. Stay calm. You are all at risk. We are quarantining you."
Oh, okay. That's an interesting approach. Roll me a deception check. I'm going to give you disadvantage because you broke in through the window, but it's not going to be totally unreasonable because quarantining seems legit.
Seems cruel at disadvantage. Roll anyway. Stuff you, see if I care. So the good news was the first roll was a 7. The better news, the second roll was a 6. But with my amazing ability to lie to people because of my eyebrows and hat, that's a 13.
A 13. All right. Let's see what we've got going on here. Now, Tritons are not particularly wise creatures, and this particular one rolled a natural 1. So even though upstairs you haven't managed to convince anybody upstairs, there's obviously stuff still going on there, and you can hear the sounds of footsteps as well above you. This Triton that sort of pokes its head around the doorway and is like, "What?" And we'll come out of combat for a second if you want to continue talking to the Triton.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed, as I came through your window, I missed your name. My assistant's very clumsy.
My name's Cassilas.
Right, okay then. Look, we're medical doctors, and just to prove how medical we are, I've got a flump called Neil with me, so we're quite good as well, so you can trust us.
Okay.
So, here's the important thing. You have a sick person in this house. I don't know his name. I don't know if it's a him, but we need to search the house and talk to people to make sure you're all okay. Now, my powerful and gentle friends outside are going to come in. Could you open the front door, please, and invite them in?
Okay, but my brother's going to come down the stairs. You probably want to explain the same thing to them. And the lady's dog as well.
Right.
I don't know where the lady is. Normally she'll be down by this time.
Fortunately, Harker's a vet, so let's just let him in and the rest of the crew here, and we can medically assess the danger you're providing to this community.
All right. This totally legit sequence of events happens, and she opens up the door. So Haka and Xandra and Obi, you guys are outside. You're welcome to come in through the front door, or if you want, you can come in through the broken part of the wall.
I am absolutely going in through the wall. Absolutely going in through the wall.
I get it.
Okay.
We're a rapid response team. We make no apologies for our entrance.
Do I have time for a bonus action?
It's important.
You do have time for a bonus. Well, we're out of combat rounds at this particular moment, so you have time to use your actions.
Okay, when I get in, I just go, it's hard to see in here. And then I activate the Flame Tongue Greatsword. So I don't have dark vision. don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you had like torch.
It's okay. He's a vet. As I said, he's a vet.
All
Very
right.
good with
I'm a vet.
Okay. So
I put down sick dogs.
Holy
right.
moly.
we're gonna leave that there. As this happens, you guys see from the door to the west comes through another Triton. This time it's a male and a mechanical dog. Looks like an Iron Defender. And the Triton goes, "So where's the vet?" We're gonna cut that scene and we're gonna go back to Wu-Tang Cat up the top. The elf is like trying to shake her partner awake. So if you want, and she's gonna like shake. She's gonna shake the dwarf Fenny awake, and then she's gonna get out of the bed, and you can see she's really unhappy. Wu-Tang Cat, what would you like to do? Actually, first I would like you to roll me a sneak, please.
Yeah, okay. That's 14 plus 10, 24.
24? Okay. All right, 6. So she doesn't notice you at all.
This is interesting. Can I still see my companions around?
Your companions have like gone inside the building downstairs.
I think it's probably best if I join them.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix up the camera for Caleb. All right, so you'll jump down the stairs, and if you want, you can go inside, or you can stay outside. It's up to you.
I'll go inside. I
Okay,
can't let
cool.
them have all the fun.
All right, so you drop down and go inside. In front of you guys, there's a Triton and a metal dog. The Triton seems a little bit disinterested, but anyone who wants to can roll me an insight check. The metal dog looks ready to fight. Like it's like does not know who you are or why you're there.
Before I go in, can I use Mask of Many Faces to make myself look like a halfling nurse?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like complete with the little hat and the mask.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I got 20 for the inside check.
20. Okay.
That's better than me.
It is 7.
All
Oh,
right.
I got a natural 20.
Wow. All
That's
right.
plus 6 as well, so
Plus
26.
26. Amazing. Okay. So most of you guys are sort of like, it's early in the morning. You're not sure what's up. Obi goblins are a little bit more nocturnal, so you're a little bit more sort of au fait with what's happening. You look at the Triton, and you can see that there's like the dog and the Triton don't get along. There's obviously like they're not on the same team, even though they're working together. Xandra, you look at the Triton, and the first thing that goes through your mind is, what the hell is a fish person doing inside this mansion? And why are they serving a dwarf? That makes no sense at all. And you notice its eyes keep flicking towards that room to the south where the other one went before. And you think, like, looking through the windows of the house before, that was a library. That wasn't like a guard room or an alarm room or anything like that. There's obviously like, they obviously wanted to go in there and they feel safer in there, but it seems like they have like a purpose that they have to serve in the building. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with that. You got to have sort of one thing that you can say before the Iron Defender attacks you guys. So what would you like to say?
I'm going to try and whisper under my breath, like I'm gonna cover my mouth. I'm gonna pull out a bobby pin from my hair, and like kind of play with it, say a couple of words, and then I'm gonna try and cast Hold Person on the Steel Defender.
Oh, okay, cool. It's what's the saving throw for that? Wisdom, right?
It will be a Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, give me one quick second. I should have put this monster in my encounters. What's your
It's
saving throw
14.
bonus? 14. Okay, cool. All right, so it manages to get a 16, so you don't manage to stop it, I'm afraid.
Good. Fantastic.
So, as I'm standing so as I'm standing in the front line, I'm probably going to die. Dr. Hat tips the hat to the Triton and says, young man, since I'm now much older than I was beforehand, literally minutes ago, young man, there has been a serious case of botulism that's broken out of one of the local shops, and we've been going to house to make sure that everyone here is okay. We need to examine things. And given your automated creature here is about to attack, please don't do that. That would be detrimental to our health, and I don't want to die here. So we need to talk to the lady of the house, or the man of the house.
All right, cool. Can you roll me a deception check? No disadvantage, just straight deception.
Sure, because that's gone so well for me so far. Okay. Can I just start cheating? Because it's going to be easier for me to do stuff, right?
Wow.
All right. Oh, I mean, an 18 sounds
great. That's really good.
Not for the doctor's not. It's 20 or nothing.
With the +7.
Okay, the Iron Defender readies, leaps towards you, and you see the Triton push something on its back, and it suddenly stops and freezes and almost T-poses for a dog, and just sort of and scatters across the floor. And then he says, "All right, okay, come this way," and leads you all up the stairs. So we'll move up the stairs.
so Callan, Miriam only lasts for a minute, right? So literally, it only goes from I don't know, a very group of doctors to a singular doctor.
Alrighty,
As we are going up the stairs, I would like to cast a bonus action healing word on Dr. Hat.
Okay, I cast counterspell. No.
Come on.
I don't have counterspell. I wish. That'd be great.
As we are walking up the stairs, who am I closest to aside from Dr. Hat?
So you're
No offense.
Hacker. You're closest to Hacker aside from Dr. Hat.
I'm going to look at Hacker and I'm going to whisper to him. I'm going to be like, hey, that room that the other one went into, we should probably check that out.
Like right now?
No, not obviously.
Oh.
Maybe I spoke to the wrong person.
We should not obviously check it out.
You did. You totally spoke to the wrong person.
Subtly check it out.
Subtly, yeah, stealth, but...
Thanks, Blast Powder. Things are getting a little bit slow.
Dial it up to a 100. That would be really cool.
I'm good at stealth.
All right. As you say that, Xandra, suddenly there's a blast of wild magic. And everybody, I need you to make me that's how I cast. I need you to make me hold on. Need to look up the saving throw for this particular spell. Wisdom saving throw, good. Please. Can everybody roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Also, Dr. Hat, I should point out you have 7 additional hit points.
Come on.
Saving throw.
Surprisingly good.
That is probably not good.
All right, what did you get, Xandra?
I got a 19.
A 19, wow. Hacker, what did you get?
I actually got an 18.
An 18. Okay. Wu-Tang Cat, what did you get?
I got a 4.
Obi, what did you get?
17.
17. And then Dr. Hat, what did you get?
You can see on the screen, Callan. Why are you making me say a word? You suck. Seriously, you suck. I hate you all. I hate you all so much. I'm a doctor. I spent years learning this profession, and now look at me. One.
I'm still not convinced that you're an actual medical doctor, all right?
Which profession is that again?
So as you walk up the stairs, there's an elf lady that's sort of standing, and she's in her pajamas. She's like got ruffled up hair. She looks like she's had the worst night because she's just been woken up in the middle of the night. And she looks at you and she points at you, Dr. Hat, and she says, "What kind of doctor are you?" And there's a blast of magic that comes out from Xandra. And everybody that got less than 15 is confused. So I need you to roll me a 1d10. So I believe that is that's Wu-Tang Cat and Dr. Hat. And you see the elf is also affected by this. This spell.
Huck is immune to the effects of the confusion spell because it is his default state.
All right. All right, cool. So she actually turns to you, Dr. Hat, and she's like, "Oh no, doctor!" and tries to like swing at you. But she's not really physically capable. So she does manage to hit you, but you don't take any damage. What did you get on your D10, Dr. Hat?
3.
3? Okay. You don't move or do anything this turn. You're sort of in a confused stupor. And what did you get, Wu-Tang Cat?
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you have to make a melee attack against Haka. As like rage overcomes you.
All right. Suppose this is an unarmed attack because I have not yet thrown my rapier.
Yeah, I suppose. Truly thank you to Blast Powder. Like, the wild magic surges have been saving you guys.
I rolled an 18.
An 18.
18 will hit.
You will take 2 slashing damage from my claws.
As he does that,
It's
I'm
like
going to
making
just
my
be
way.
like, "Bad cat, bad cat."
Turn and I
Okay. All right. So you guys, now you can see that like this magic has overtaken the elf. She seems like crazy and enraged. She swung at Dr. Hat. What would you guys like to do?
Oh.
Restrain the elf.
Okay, cool. You restrain her. She still hasn't overcome the spell. So Haka, can you make me an athletics check, please?
will continue being confused.
22.
22. Okay, cool. She gets half of that. So you manage to grab her and then like...
So I'm doing it with one arm.
She's like trying to pull out of your grip. She's still like crazy under the spell.
Hey, come on.
You guys can make a saving throw to try and overcome
I'm
it.
just a friendly vet.
And you see the Tritons, Andrew. You look back at the Triton and you can see that he's like just leaning up against the wall. He's like, I don't want to get involved in this. You know, this is too much for me. All right, so you guys managed to sort of like subdue the elf. And as she starts to calm down, what would you like to do? Yes?
Continue licking the wall because I just got a 4. Literally just start licking the wall.
I look back at like Xandra. I'm like,
This is pretty much my job, so someone else is going to have to take it from here.
Good.
It's like I can hold them. I can't do the thing with the. I forgot why we're here. To be honest.
Yes, right. Okay. Good.
Okay. I'm gonna ask questions.
No, you can hold them. That's fine. I can throw a knife at her.
Yeah?
Sure.
I like the way you negotiate.
Roll
I'm
your
going to
attack
throw a
roll.
knife straight at her face.
Okay, roll your attack roll. Diplomacy.
I'm going to re-roll that because I'm a halfling and it's a nat 1.
Okay, cool.
And that is much better. That is an 18 to hit.
Okay, great. I'm going to say that you legitimately surprised me with that. So we're going to roll initiative and go into combat. As you throw the knife, the Triton like jitters up from its leaning up against the wall, and you see some sort of magical compulsion pulls it up to defend the elf. So that attack hits, and then we'll do initiative. So if you guys want, you can re-roll. We can start again.
If it counts for anything, it's 4 whole points.
4 whole points of damage. It does. That's so you notice like this is not an adventure or anything like this. This is just a person. So you've like stabbed it, and it looks pretty badly hurt.
Fabulous.
Okay, what did you get, Xandra?
I got an 8.
An 8. Cool. What did you get, Hacker?
4.
A 4. And what did you get, Wu-Tang Cat?
I rolled a natural 20 with my plus 5 is 25.
Wow. All right. And Obi?
I got a natural 20 as well for 21.
21. Wow. Okay. Natural 20s across the board. What did you get, Dr. Hat?
Well, because I'm still confused, I got an 18, of course, because licking walls is important.
Okay. All right. So first up is Wu-Tang Cat.
Am I
Again,
still
your first act.
Am I still confused?
You are, if you want to roll a wisdom saving throw before the combat starts, that can be like part of, because I think Dr. Hat has rolled a couple, so yeah.
Okay. That was an 18.
An 18, that's enough. So you break out of the confusion, you can take your action.
Oh, okay. So we are fighting now. I must have missed that.
Yeah.
I think I am going to try and who appears to be the most threatening? One of the Tritons is restrained, right, by Haka?
No, the elf is restrained by Haka, and the elf doesn't seem to be threatening at all.
Okay.
But the Triton behind you is like looks like it's sort of being magically sort of compulsed to defend the elf. So it's definitely threatening. And then you can feel some sort of magic bubbling up inside the house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I would like to turn to the Triton, and I say to them, "Do not worry, she didn't mean it. We just need to look around. You don't need to attack us." And I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's a wisdom save, or they have to do what I said.
All right.
As long as it's reasonable.
Thank you for telling me what the saving throw is. They get a 10.
10 is not enough.
All right. What's the so what do you want them to do?
So I would like for them to I can suggest a course activity limited to 1 or 2 sentences. Okay. So I would like them to not to attack us and to let us look around.
Okay. All right. So the Triton sort of like you see like the compulsions of magic in its head. Whatever's trying to control it is battling against your magic, but you manage to prevail, and it just sort of collapses to the floor because it's like totally overcome by whatever's happening at the moment. It is now Obi, it's your turn.
Well, I was going to talk to him, but if he's knocked out, I'll just turn to Xandra and go.
He's alive. He's awake. He's just like lying on the ground, like confused.
Just not there.
Yeah.
Xandra, library, right?
Yeah, it looked pretty sus down there, so we should probably check it out.
Well, while they're distracted up here, and I'll start making my way down.
Okay, cool. How far can you move in a turn?
I can move 30 feet.
30 feet, okay. All right, I'll put you downstairs. All right, so you're going to be downstairs where your character is, so you might not be able to see everything that's going on. Okay, you guys see the Triton that you've suggested, like, shakes himself, and he yells, "Cassilus!" And he's actually going to run down. He's going to run downstairs, and what he might do, Obi, is he's actually just going to follow you because he can't. Like, you can see he can't stop you. And you hear Cassilus, the female Triton, who's standing next to the open door. You can sort of just see through an open doorway. She's standing at the front door, just waiting for you to come, and she like runs inside, and she's going to charge up to you and try and block your path. I don't know if you can get that far. Hold on. 3, 4, 4. Yeah, so she's going to try and stand in the way of you. Cool. So you guys like feel a sudden shift in the room, and like water starts bubbling up out of the walls, and suddenly some tentacles of water pop out of the walls and start reaching for you guys to try and grab you and drag you in. So Wu-Tang Cat, can you please roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Certainly. Let's see, 14 on the dice with a +8 to dexterity, so that is 22.
22. Okay, cool. So it tries to like wrap around you and grab you and drag you towards it and like sort of hold you up against the wall, but you manage to keep your footing and you stay still. All right, That's Dr. Right. Hat, it's your turn.
I already had my bath this week.
Well, thanks, DM. I think I'll make a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right.
Wow, finally, 19.
19. Yeah, you break out. You can take your action.
Okay. Seeing, literally, it was all going well, and now she's got a knife in her face. So there's a moment of mild confusion. Look at Xandra, and then look at Harker, and then like, oh, not again. All right. And then, is she still confused?
Yeah, she's still confused.
Fantastic. Smack Harker's hand in a highly ineffective way, trying to take the elf into my arms and remove the knife quickly from her face.
All right. It's got to be a contested athletics check unless Harker wants to just let her go.
Down, boy, down. I've got this. I know what to do. Trust me.
He's a trauma surgeon.
It's like, all right.
And I cradle my arms, and I'm going to hold my action for when she gains conscience and realizes she's bleeding out. I'm going to be dabbing something on her forehead.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Well, that happens now. Great.
Right.
Okay, so as that happens, she starts to sort of open her eyes again, and we'll see if she is still confused. Unfortunately, she's still confused. So she like sort of flails around.
That's not funny. Stop smiling.
But she flails around, but you see she manages to gain a little bit of like lucidity just for a second and like looks you in the eyes, and you can see just for a moment she's lucid enough for you to say something.
This was the affliction I mentioned earlier. It's very serious. Thank God we got here in time.
All right, roll me a persuasion check. A deception check. Sorry, that's fully deception. It's not persuasion at all.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
No, it's okay. It was a bad roll, but it's still an 18.
An 18. All right. So she looks at you, and she looks at you with complete trust, and she's like, "Okay, all right." And then, like, you see the confusion come back over her head, and she's like, "Rah!" again. And you realize, like, you've managed to convince one of the ladies of the house that, like, everything's fine. You relax for a second, and then you hear bubbling behind you. And from the ground, water starts to rise up into a humanoid shape as an elemental appears and tries to constrict you. Actually, it's going to attack Haka because Haka was grabbing her before, and you don't seem to be threatening it. But it only gets a 14 to hit you, Haka. So it engulfs you for a second, and you're like, "I'm a turtle, I don't care." And then it sort of like pops out again and looks at you in watery confusion. Xandra, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Actually, what it's going to do as well, is it's just going to move here. Xandra, it's your turn.
Xandra looks really scared because all of this water has just like popped up out of nowhere, and she like does that thing that cool people try to do when they try to not look scared. So she's just like, fine. And she is absolutely probably going to try and move away a little bit.
Cool. It's going to get an attack of opportunity against you as you run away.
Yeah. I would like to run like towards the library if I can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so move your character as far as you can. Now, you have a reroll.
I do?
Amara. If you want, you can use that reroll to make it reroll its attack. So I'll roll the attack first and then tell me what you'd like it to do.
Oh, okay.
Because it gets a 19 to hit you.
Yeah, it can reroll.
Okay, cool. And it rerolls a natural 1.
Yes.
So it swings out to hit you, and it suddenly like swoosh against the floor and like spreads out into nothingness, and you can move as far as you like.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just having some roll 20 problems at the moment.
All right, I might move your character downstairs then.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that would be fantastic. I have a movement speed of 25 feet.
Okay, cool. So you can get just to the bottom of the stairs, basically.
Cool. And as I'm going, I'm just going to shout back to my friends, to the library!
To the library! Cool. All right, Haka, it's your turn.
I'm going to swing my fiery greatsword at the water elemental that just tried to punch me.
All right.
Actually,
go ahead.
I want to go into a rage first.
Nice. Okay.
I spend my whole life getting away from the water.
All right, and yeah, my roll 20 is a bit weird as well. I'm not seeing much at the moment, so there's one in front of me, I'm guessing.
If you don't want to use roll 20,
attack it recklessly.
Yes, you can attack it recklessly.
Aha. Those are my 2 worst rolls so far. 7 plus 7 is 14.
14, I'm afraid, does hit. It does hit, in fact.
Cool. All right. So that's 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'll add the rage to that just so it doesn't get confusing. So it's 8 plus 2, so 10 slashing damage. And then I'm assuming this might get halved because it's made of water. 11 fire damage.
Yeah, that's right. So you see like the fire sort of go out as your blade passes through the water and then reignites as it comes out the other end.
I'll turn you into mist.
And I take.
Don't forget to
my
add your
second
zealotry damage as well.
swing. Oh crap! Yeah, good point. 3
plus your barbarian level.
necrotic.
Brutal. Is that plus your barbarian level?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't remember. Let me see.
I think it's 3 plus your barbarian, so that should be 8.
Just says +2.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
1d6 plus 2.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you slash it, and it recoils. Make your second attack.
Okay. That's a 25.
Yeah, that fully hits.
Okay, that's better damage this time. So that's 11 plus 4 is 15 plus 2 from the rage, 16 slashing damage.
Whoa! Wow. Okay.
Followed by half of 9 fire damage.
All right. Math. Okay, cool.
You moistened pink.
All right. So in one turn, you like slash at it, and you see it get smaller and smaller and smaller as little bits of water like slash through it. It's sort of like, and it's like just as big as you are now, and it looks mighty sad. Wu-Tang Cat, it's your turn.
I can't tell if you're crying.
It's just one big teardrop, really, when you think about it.
Mm.
Wonderful. I think I am going to turn to this creature and be like, well, if it isn't the water boy. And use vicious mockery.
All right, cool. Is it a saving throw?
It is, yes.
What's the saving?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, they're not very wise, elementals. It fails miserably, and it's like, and you can see like teardrops falling down and then re-entering its body, and then coming out its eyes again, and then re-entering its body in this endless cycle of crying. How much damage does it take?
So it will take 7 psychic damage.
Yo, get out of town!
And it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, it is like legitimately fucked up. Legitimately messed up.
Would it be fun if I killed it by insulting it?
Obi, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Now, the other tridents blocking my path, aren't they?
Yeah, so I have a question for Wu-Tang Cat. Sorry, does the suggestion still last? Is it like a concentration spell? Sorry, I should know this, but I never play
it is concentration, so that will break the suggestion spell.
Oh no! It should still be going if you're still concentrating on it. You haven't been hurt yet, so that's fine. Yeah. So the male Triton isn't going to try and stop you, but the female looks like they are.
Okay. I'm going to call out to him. The disease! It's coming for all of us! Quick, we need to hide!
Can you roll me a deception check with disadvantage, please?
Oh, I don't need to roll a second time. I rolled a 1.
Oh, no! Yeah, she's like not listening to you at all. She's just looking at her brother, who seems to be overcome with magic, and she like levels her spear at you, assuming that it's from you.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna try to slide beneath, underneath her legs if she's primed herself. Try to acrobatics around her.
Sure. Yeah, roll past her. She's gonna make an attack of opportunity on you.
Yeah, because that.
Oh, you can use the disengage action if you want.
Ooh.
Which gives her disadvantage.
I might do disengage.
Cool. All right. So I'll move your character if you like. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can run to there. She'll make her attack of opportunity against you with disadvantage.
Yep.
All right, so she gets an 11 to hit.
I've got a 12 for my armor class.
Ooh, lucky. All right, so she lashes at you, but you roll beneath her legs just at the right time. You think Dark Souls to yourself as you like sprint off around the corner. Cool. All right, so she's going to chase after you, and she's going to try and attack you again. The other Triton is literally just going to sprint straight past you now, and he's going to run into the library. And I don't know if you can see what's in there, but if you can,
in there.
You're welcome to tell everybody else. Wu-Tang Cat, because you haven't moved, this tentacle is going to make another attack against you. In the meantime, this tentacle is going to reappear over here. It's going to like sort of pop out of the wall, Haka, and make an attack against you. So Haka and Wu-Tang Cat, can you please make dexterity saving throws? And then Xandra, can you make 2 dexterity saving throws for me, please?
Sure.
As these tentacles like pop out of the wall and start trying to like grab you.
19 for Haka.
All right, cool. And what did you get, Wu-Tang Cat?
It's a 10 on the dice, but it becomes an 18.
Oh, lucky. All right, so you guys are still dexterous enough to like slip out of it. Xandra, what did you get?
I got a 7 for the first one and a 14 for the second one.
Okay, cool. So both of them grab you and they sort of like wrap you up in their tentacles, and you take 8 points of damage and are restrained.
Right.
All right. It's now your turn, Dr. Hat.
This is going exactly as I planned. We've in the house. They don't know we're here, and we've now managed to convince them. Oh, wait. As per normal, we've stuffed it. There, Harker. Cry for me.
I think it's going well.
Okay, so I've got a woman in my arms, and I've got a sleeping dwarf child, and I've got a giant appendage trying to wrap us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to call it Thursday.
Yeah, okay. Drawing on my phenomenal doctorate that I did on this, I think we're
You're a PhD! I knew it! PhD, kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah. I cast Minor Illusion in case she wakes.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure what I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on. No, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. Screw it.
I would like you to tell me what you cast Minor Illusion of, please.
So I'm going to have a little bit of a halo glowing behind me. I'm going for that heroic kind of Hollywood shot. So when she gazes up, looking into light, and it's like, I'm just going to down her, give her a George Clooney look.
Yeah, all right. Wow, you're really like hamming it up. Okay.
That's all. That's literally my entire action. I'm literally going to ignore the chaos, because if we can wake her up, perhaps she knows what the hell's going on, because it's all gone to toilets. We're all going
okay, cool. So it's her turn, and she's going to try and break out of this confusion that is still affecting her. And finally, she snaps out of it, and she looks up at you with like full lucidity, and she's like, "Am I in heaven?"
My arms, you are.
Ooh, okay, all right. She like gets out of your arms and like brushes herself off. She's like, "Where's my wife?" Oh, and she looks over at the turtle. I'm going to let you say one thing to try and convince her to stay looking at you and blinded to everything else that's going on.
Ooh.
Okay. Is this your wallet?
Okay, you make me a straight.
We've done nothing with destroying a house. We've just murdered things. I've got a tall over with a giant flaming sword stabbing the guardian of the house.
All right, make me a deception check. Flat roll. You would get advantage from the halo and disadvantage from the terrible line. So flat roll.
21.
That's a great line.
21.
Hey, all right.
It was the eyebrow, and it's
It was the eyebrow.
It's the way I'm dabbing the blood away from the forehead from the knife wound she's got in her head.
Yeah, so she looks at you, she grabs your wallet, and then she's like, I suppose it is. All right. And then she literally turns around and walks back into the room to look for a wife. So she walks back in there. That's her action. We're still in combat. Stuff's still going on, but Dr. Hat, you have managed to at least slow down the situation somewhat. Okay. Where are we up to? Xandra, it's your turn.
So I have 2 tentacles that are grabbing me. So I'm gonna try something weird. And I'm going to wild shape into a weasel and hope that I'm so tiny that they just drop me.
Make me an acrobatics check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, that was good. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, all right. So you into a weasel. You slip through all the tentacles as they're sort of wrapping around themselves trying to catch you, and you can escape.
Yes, and I'm going to run after Obi.
Right.
Or scamper, I should say. My movement, surprisingly, is more as a weasel, and I can move 30 feet.
All right, cool. I'll move you if you like.
Thank you.
Cool. So you managed to make it to the doorway. Yeah, I'll put you just here. Is that your action to wild shape?
I believe it is. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So so that's as far as you get. You have a bonus action if you'd like to do anything with it.
No, I'm just gonna stand up and kind of look around. Sound like a meerkat.
Cute. Make me a perception roll.
So because I'm a weasel, I get advantage on that.
All right.
Weasel's a strong choice. Yeah.
Yeah,
they were both terrible. So that's fantastic. That is a total of 9. Even with my keen hearing and smell.
Even with your keen hearing and smell. Okay, cool. This is your weasel. There we are. Move you out here. Okay, cool. So 9. Unfortunately, with all the chaos going on in front of you, you can't really see what's happening in the library. But there's definitely some sort of shape moving around there. All right.
Okay.
Hacker, it's your turn. Obi, have you gone? You did, yeah. So, Hacker, it's your turn.
I may not be the smartest turtle around, but I know the only way to fight water is with fire.
And I attack the water elemental again.
Okay, great. Roll me your attack rolls.
Reckless. And I'm still raging. Cool. 21.
Yeah. Cool. Yep, that hits.
4, 2, 6, 8, 12 slashing damage and 5 fire. Does the fire do anything?
Yeah, the fire hurts it, but it's definitely resistant to it.
Okay.
As you slice through it one last time, you see the final power of fire prevails, and it burns the water elemental into steam, which sort of slowly rises towards the roof.
You won't be missed.
And it disappears. All right, what else would you like to do with your turn?
Slash the water tentacle, I guess.
Cool, yeah, go ahead, make an attack roll.
I will not stop until I have defeated the ocean. That's a flat 10.
That's okay.
Even with reckless,
you
I rolled a
slash
23.
through the water tentacle and it immediately like reforms. And you do it again and it reforms again, and then you're like, "Ah!" But unfortunately,
I never turn the tide like that.
Oh, what a pun! It's more of a set piece than an enemy, really. You start to realize. Okay, we're back to the top of the initiative order. Wu-Tang Cat, it's now your turn.
So I just have this tentacle nearby, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that impeding me from getting to where this library is?
It's probably going to try and make a swipe at you as you run away, but otherwise, no, you're fine.
Okay, well then I will try and follow the weasel, as it were, and head to the library.
Cool, make me a dexterity saving throw as you run.
It is a 19.
Yeah, that's enough. So it like slaps after you, and you can run away. So 1, 2. Are you going to full dash?
Yes, I will use my action to dash.
Okay, so as you get downstairs, you're going to need to make another 2 dexterity saving throws from the tentacles that were down there.
Okay, +8 to dex. First one is 10, which is bad.
Okay.
The other one was 23, so...
Okay, so you managed to dodge the first one as you come down the stairs, but then the second one swings through the wall. You weren't expecting that, and grapples you as you escape. So you take 4 points of damage, just bludgeoning damage, and it constricts you, so you're restrained.
Curses! Now it is I who is wet behind the ears.
Alrighty, Obi, it's your turn.
I want to start off by casting Friends.
Okay, cool. On the creature?
On the guy between me and Xandra.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Is it a saving? No, it just automatically happens. All right.
Yeah, I get advantage on charisma checks. I just want to be like, whoa. I'm not here to do any damage to anyone. It's fine.
All right, roll me a perception check with your persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Unless you're lying and you are here to harm people.
I mean, not yet. All right, 18.
18. Okay, so you see the Triton that you're talking to sort of like stops for a bit, and she's just like not sure what's going on. You guys were enemies and you weren't enemies. But you could see like whatever compulsion was making her attack seems to have lessened now, and you assume that upstairs the elf isn't under threat or something like that. And she just calms down and she just sort of like slumps up against the wall and looks exhausted. Cool. You can run into the room if you like. You've still got the rest of your movement.
Yeah, I'll do that actually.
Okay, cool. So you run into the room, and Caleb, it might be worth going downstairs to see what's down there. So you run into the room and you see in front of you what looks to be like a person, but it's like really big, and it's got no legs. Instead, it's got this sort of like wavy, watery bit underneath it, and it's got the head of a fish, and it's got like fishy-looking arms and stuff. If you want, you can roll an Arcana check to tell what it is, but otherwise, it's just this weird sort of like hovering above a shell on the table.
14?
14?
Yep.
You're not really sure. Maybe another kind of elemental or something like that. It's hovering above a shell on the table. And you can see that the Triton like is on its knees and it's prostrate in front of it.
Okay. So this is definitely like a god worship situation?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It looks at you and it says, "Hello." Little
Hi.
one,
Hello.
welcome to my library.
Is this actually your library, or have you just claimed it?
Don't insult me like that. A little tentacle pops up next to you and like gives you a slap across the face.
Okay.
I'm in this library, of course it's mine.
Oh.
Can you roll me an insight?
Yeah. $24, natural 20.
Nice. All right, your question about whether or not it's its library or not,
Yeah.
right on the money. You notice like straight away. And we'll cut you there.
Yep.
The Tritons aren't attacking anymore, and the water elemental is dead. Dr. Hat, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So, because clearly I'm now dressed as a doctor, hence the white shirt and clinical-looking bag of flump that I have. So Eric is going to come in with me. I close the door so they don't see Harker murdering their garbage and the steam. I just imagine that there's like a wall of steam behind me.
Yeah.
Which helps me slick my hair back, which is excellent. My skin looks a lot more moisturized than beforehand.
There's this steam that's like covering, it's like obscuring everything that's happening behind you, and there's like clank and Harker going, Rah! And but you just sort of like close the door as the noises fade.
I've got this. Thank you, Henry, assistant. You go upstairs and do stuff.
Assistant.
As possible. Kind of just press the single, right? And then hopefully the elf's in there at this point in time with her.
Yeah, so the elf is in there. The dwarf has like fully gone back to sleep, but the elf is kind of just pacing back and forth across the desk.
Madam, as you can see, there is a serious illness sweeping this area.
What's going on? I have this like really sore shot. It looks like I've been bit or something.
That is. Who have you been near? Tell me a little bit about yourself, madam.
This is my home.
Sit down and relax.
I'm married to Fenny Northwarden. I've forgotten what my name is.
If you can just spend the next 5 minutes very calmly reciting everything of importance to you. I sit here, take some notes. We call this tracing. And what we do is we write down details, then we lose it at the appropriate moment. It's very confusing in this medical service.
All right. She says to you, "My name is Tannel, and I'm a teacher at one of the local magical academies. Fenny and I have been living here for a while. Normally, people don't make house calls late at night, but clearly there's something going on. She has been confused and woken up, and she's got no idea what's going on. But she says to you, she picks up a scroll off the table, and you can see that it's the same scroll that that Reggie was talking about before, the guy who gave you the job. Yes. And she says, ever since we started this whalebone ivory business, people have been trying to attack us and come into our house. I don't know what to make of all of it.
So I in daytime television drama, gasp, because I'm a doctor. I've been to drama school.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
No, that is the source of infection, madam. Allow me to take that and check it.
Oh, roll me a deception check.
Come on.
Sure.
It's going to be up against her insight.
Deception. You are... Yes, you are doing poo-poo to me. That's a 12.
12 total? All right. For the first time, you see she starts to wake up a little bit, and she looks at you with a bit of surprise and just clutches it to her chest. She says, I'm not too sure about that. All right, we're going to cut from you, and we're going to go to tentacles pop out of the wall next to you, Haka. they're going to try and restrain you. Oh, actually, hold on. They're going to try and restrain you for now. So can you please rate me 2 dexterity saving throws? There are 2 there, I swear.
Cool.
Hard to angle these things. Yeah.
It's a 17 and a 3.
3. Okay. So one of them manages to grab you. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, which is halved to 2, and you are restrained.
Okay.
And then the same for you, Wu-Tang Cat. The thing that's wrapped around you starts to crush you, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it constricts you. And then Obi, the one that's behind you and sort of slapped you, it's not going to actually attack you anymore. It's just going to kind of lay across your body a little bit in a slightly threatening manner.
Yeah, no.
Xandra, it's your turn.
Well, I'm a weasel.
Yeah.
And I've got really bad perception. So I'm going to follow after Obi, just scampering along, living my absolute best life.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you're going to run into the room, into the library?
Yeah, I've got 30 feet of movement. So I'll just scamper on in and see what I can see.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you can get inside the doorway, or you could actually get to here if you want, just sort of next to Obi there. Where would you prefer to be?
I'll go next to Obi, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You can see this big creature. Do you want to roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, let's do it.
Please do better than me.
With my minus modifier, it's a 12.
A 12, okay. Yeah, you're not sure. Some sort of fish person, maybe? You've got no idea what this is.
Great.
But you still got your action if you want to take it.
Yeah, so am I next to this tentacle thing in the wall?
Yes, you are. Yep.
Cool, so I'm going to try and bite it.
All right, make your attack roll.
Okay. I'm going to meerkat up and just...
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Okay, cool. So you bite at it, and again, you just go straight through it. But as you go straight through it, you see that, on the creature in front of you, bits of its arm, the bits of the cloth on its arm, sort of shimmer and wiggle a little bit as you sort of attack through the tentacle. Now I would like everybody except for Dr. Hat to roll me a D100, please.
All right.
Oh my god. This is obscene.
Only go well.
I don't like when DMs laugh. It usually means bad things are happening.
Rather than give Callan the
You never want the
standard-
DM to have fun.
I'm going to say, rather than give Callan the standard magic chart, we gave him the full magic chart, which Callan could drop in. See what goes horribly wrong at some point in time.
All right. Sorry, Wu-Tang Cat, what did you get?
I rolled a 96.
A 96. Okay. And then what did you get, Xandra?
67.
67. Okay. All right. As you attack it and a bit of the cloth of this creature comes off, you see rage come over its face. And it looks at you and it says, "You and all of your friends will be cursed." And there's a blast of wild magic. You are immediately terrified of this magnificent creature, obviously incredibly powerful, way beyond your ken. You are frightened. Obi, you are immediately transported to the astral plane. You disappear from existence and appear in the astral plane, and you see in front of you there's an astral dreadnought attacking a Githyanki little monk hub, and it's very little like monk hub, and it's like tearing it apart. And you're in the middle of all this chaos. There's all these like Githzeria flying everywhere and trying to do crazy monk backflips.
Cool.
Wu-Tang Cat. You suddenly feel your mortality afflict you, and you just like little cuts and stuff appear on your body, and you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the rest of your turn. And then Haka, you feel something that you've never felt before, which is kind of like nobody in the world really cares about you or notices you. And you see the tentacles just like they completely stop trying to go after you, and they just go like pull back into the wall. And you look in a mirror in the hallway, and there's no reflection. All right. Haka, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Scream in existential dread.
Right. You scream in existential dread.
I just like scream out like, "Where is everyone?"
All right. You don't hear a response at all. Except for Dr. Hat. Dr. Hat, you hear Haka screaming, and you can respond if you want. But everyone else is currently afflicted.
Elsewhere.
So to the lady in front of me is like, don't worry, it's who am I kidding? Give me the scroll.
Haka, what would you like to do?
Do I hear Hat talking in the other room?
Yeah, you do.
Because if I do, I'm just going to try to burst in there and be like, Hat, can you see me? Can you see me, Hat?
All right, you burst into the room, and no one sees you. Hat, you can hear Haka, but you can't see Haka. And like you see that like the dwarf and the elf, they just don't seem to recognize. They like nothing seems to be sort of resonating for them at all.
I just like.
I'll say that's your movement. You can do an action if you want. Yeah, sure. Roll me an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just hit the wall, recklessly. Obviously, I think I'm still raging. So 17. 17. All right. You smash the wall. You like cleave through it with your flaming sword, and you see that like you've like. Can you roll me damage as well, please? Sure. Yeah, not bad actually. All right. I hate maths though. 15, 17 slashing damage. Damage.
How much fire damage?
4.
4 fire damage. Okay.
I also get I get 2 attacks per action as well. Like if
you can attack it twice and add your zealot damage if you want.
Oh damn! Yep, that's right. I'm one of those. 7 necrotic damage. That one. Okay. Okay. Yep. Second attack, 21 to hit. I assume that hits a wall. 10, 14, 16 slashing damage and 5 fire.
All right, cool. You smash through this wall. It explodes outwards, and the floor beneath it also collapses. So, Dr. Hat, I would like you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. On the floor below, Xandra and Obi, flaming chunks of floor start to collapse onto the two of you. I would like you both to make me dexterity saving throws. And Xandra, can you also roll me a D100, please?
Am I still in the astral plane?
Oh, sorry, Obi, you're not affected at all. You're currently dodging an astral dreadnought's massive claws. Yeah.
So I'm just here alone. It's no big deal. Let's find out. Look, it was fantastic. It was a total of 10.
Wow.
10. Okay, cool. You take 4 points of fire damage as these flaming bits hit you, and tell me what the D100 was.
That's a 34.
A 34, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. You feel like magical energy suffuse you. There's been so many wild magic surges going off around this house. Something's going on, but a lot of it's been affecting you, and you can like harness it. And the next spell you cast, the damage is maximized.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right. The floor has collapsed beneath Dr. Hat and Haka. Can you both roll me dexterity saving throws, please?
Can I? My other magic item is winged boots.
Yeah, you can click them if you want.
Can I just click them and just hover?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I let these players choose 3 points of magical items at the start of the game, and they all chose incredibly powerful things. So that's
Really
why
surprised.
winged boots are just uncommon. They're one of the most powerful things.
I know, but surprisingly so. The things are going really well for everybody. All right, what did you get, Dr. Hat? Oh, no. So the floor collapses, and you fall down to the ground. I'm going to get the flump to make a dexterity saving throw to try and catch you. Because Peter is your boon... Peter? Paul?
Neil.
Neil. Well, I mean, it's your boon companion. I'm going to write that down, actually. Sorry, I don't want to forget. There you go.
Neil was the only one that's actually doing it. This problem.
Oh, wow. Neil has pretty solid dexterity. Like, Can you roll me a d20, please?
No, because I've done so well so far. But yes, so 11.
11? All right, cool. So you start to fall, and Neil grabs the back of your coat, and it's like you're like dangling, and your coat is sort of holding you up, and Neil is straining to keep you in the air, and it's like, and you can see the part of the flump that exudes the smelly spray is like dilating. It's not feeling super happy right now. All right. It is now your turn, Wu-Tang Cat. That was a hell of a turn.
Oof, what a
So
round.
I am still restrained by this tentacle.
Yeah, that's right.
I would like to try and break out of this restraint and get away from it.
Okay, cool. You can roll me a dexterity saving throw if you like. Oh, dexterity check. Sorry, not a saving throw. An acrobatics check, in fact. My brain is starting to go loopy.
Acrobatics. Oh, I have a +8 to acrobatics. That is a 17 on the dice. +8 is 25.
25, yeah. So you like fully flip out of the thing.
Well, that's almost cost me one of my 9 lives.
All right, what would you like to do now?
I would like to continue my previous path and head towards the library.
All right, cool. Let me see how far you can get. If you want, you can sprint in there and just sort of stand in the doorway, or you can stand outside the doorway. Or you can sort of get to where the Triton is and have and still have the rest of your action.
I will sprint to the doorway.
Sprint to the doorway. Okay, cool. So you stand in the doorway and you can see this creature. Would you like to roll me an Arcana check?
Yes. I have a +3 to Arcana. That's a natural 20.
Hey!
So 23
nice.
total.
23. Okay. You look at this and immediately you know what's up. This is a Marid. It's a type of genie, and they can be bound into service. Normally they're bound to like shells. In this case, there's a conch shell sitting on the table, completely unattended, and you can see the Marid kind of occasionally its hand falls down to like touch it, but it can't. Its hand just passes straight through it as if it's like incorporeal to everything, to like the conch shell only. And it's an incredibly powerful genie, can cast a lot of magic. It's tied to the elemental plane of water, but in this case, you think it's probably been bound into service, which is why there's no like guards and stuff around. And it looks at you and it says, "More of you, goodness, what is going on?"
I see my reputation precedes me.
If you want, it's your and Obi's turn. So Obi, you're going to appear straight back into being. Just as an astral dreadnought was like, it like consumes you and you're inside its demi-plane, but then you pop back into real being. All right, and you can talk to it if you want, because it's the both of your turn.
Hail, mighty being?
That is the correct response, yes.
What is your purpose here?
I'm bound to this house, bound to serve the lady of the house. That elf upstairs lured me in and bound me with magic.
I just kind of point to the shell and I'm like, is that how you're bound?
Yes, this thing.
Can we smash it?
No, it's where I live. It's my home. But if you throw it into the sea, I will be freed.
Okay. Are we facing the sea in any direction?
There is one place you could go where the sea is, which is where the ship's going to show up, down at the docks.
So no chance of just picking up and giving it a nice throw?
Nah, you'd have to be able to make it like 100 miles.
Well,
it's hard for a goblin.
Only Haka could do that.
Well, I do have a ring of telekinesis.
If anyone could see him.
So, how about we take you back to the ocean and you stop beating up my friends?
We have a deal. In fact, if you offer me something else, if you take this shell, and he produces sort of like from one of his sleeves a seashell and he drops it in your hands and it's like as big as your head.
Yeah.
He says, if you touch this to the elven lady of the house, she will be trapped in it forever. If you do that, I'll tell you where the thing that you seek is. In fact, I can produce it for you.
I mean...
You make an attractive offer, sir.
Yeah. Like, do we take the offer?
I mean, we could take it under advisement.
He does this sort of like magician's twirl with his hands, and in his hands appear a signet ring and a scroll.
Wow, that was fast.
I mean...
And he holds them out to you. These are what you seek, yes?
I mean, they absolutely are.
I mean, actually, what we are seeking is a 70-30 split with 70 our way.
I mean, that too. Could you arrange that as well? Or is that pushing it a bit much, bud?
The terms of the deal are as such.
All
you
right.
trap her in the conch shell. I give you these things. 70-30 split. Maybe we can think of something later.
All right.
The multiverse is really against us getting the majority share, am I right?
Maybe if you hadn't failed so much initially. I mean, I don't know anything about that, but still.
Are you a powerful nerd or what?
Yeah, all seeing, apparently.
I mean, we're supposed to be breaking a monopoly on an ivory trade, so I don't see why we shouldn't.
I mean, free market capitalism has always been something we have exploited, so all we have to do is trap this elf for eternity, you say?
Yes, that's all you have to do. One elf.
One elf. 70-30 split, majority our way, plus the scroll, plus the signet ring. This is a very attractive offer you make. However, I wonder if I suspect that Dr. Hat has developed feelings for this elf.
Can we
Possibly
keep
vice
the
versa.
shell? Once she's trapped in there, can we keep it?
It strokes its chin. And it smiles and it says, "For all eternity, very well. You have a deal." And it gives you the scroll and the signet ring, and you feel the power of a geas descend upon you,
All right.
Obi. And then it shifts back into the conch shell and disappears.
Well, I know what I got to do.
I assume you pick up the shell on the
no,
desk
absolutely.
as well? Yeah, cool. All right. So Dr. Hat upstairs, the scroll that she was like waving around disappears from her hand, and there's like a hairbrush that appears in her hand, and she starts like brushing her hair, sort of like unnoticing that whatever was in her hand has just disappeared.
So, Callan, I just want to get this right. So, invisible hacker has come in, destroyed most of the wall. The floor has collapsed.
Yeah.
Pushing your hair. I'm hovering in mid-air at this point.
Yeah.
And can I see hacker? Has he reappeared?
Yeah, he's reappeared. Once the floor broke, he reappeared. He's also hovering in midair as well.
Okay. So, in a calm, this is all completely normal voice, say to her, "Do not worry, madam. No harm will befall you. We're here to save you and make sure you're safe. Come on, Harker." And then we'll slowly, I'll put my hand on Harker's shoulder and we'll try to like slowly descend as if this was somehow planned.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to need a persuasion check for that one.
I know I'm lying through my teeth. At no point am I going to tell the truth. To be clear, there is no truth being told here. I can do persuasion, but it's the same as lying. So
it sounds like persuasion to me, but I mean it's academic at this point.
What do you mean? This is
academic.
That's a 25.
Oh, wow. Okay. She looks at you and she's like,
chest hair.
She looks at your chest hair and like reaches out to brush it a little bit and then just stops herself and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay, of course." And then she like finishes brushing her hair as you guys float down to the ground.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Run.
All right. I'll put you guys downstairs. All right. Now, what would you like to do? There's no combat, so you guys can just do whatever you want. We're not in turn order anymore.
Okay.
I turn to Hat and be like, "You can see me? You can see me?"
It's okay. We'll go through another session. When I've stopped bleeding, we'll go through another session just to help you with your self-confidence. Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. Raging, murdering.
Murder.
Is that a pet? I didn't think they allowed pets in this house. Somebody catch that thing. The weasel.
I would like to pick up the weasel and start petting it and be like, see, now for once it is I who am petting you.
I'm gonna try and bite my tabaxi companion.
Sure, roll on sack roll.
Nope. No, but it's a 9.
You like bite a whole bunch of its fur.
As I am in his arms ever so tenderly, I will turn back into myself.
All right.
Well, that was short-lived, my short little friend.
I'm going to now try and bite him with my actual teeth.
Okay, roll it.
I'm going to cover Hacker's eyes for a second. He's like, don't look. Obi, where are you going?
Yeah, I'll be making my way up the stairs to that elven woman.
Okay. So how are you going to try and do
Everything's
this?
gone dark.
How
Well,
are you going to... Yeah.
is she laying back in bed yet?
She's just brushing her hair. She's like, you know when you've had like an incredibly shocking experience and you're sort of in denial about it? And like everything that you thought the world was has been turned on its head, and we're talking about a world where like dragons exist. She's just like looking into the mirror, like glassy-eyed. She's in full shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, catch, and soft lob the shell to her.
Because I just have to touch her with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to touch her with it.
I'll boop, shelter, jail. Just
All right,
walk
cool.
up to her.
So you're not going to be able to get up close enough to her to touch her with it without like sneaking or making an attack roll to like try and peg it at her or something. So you get to choose what you want to
Some
do.
of the floor's missing.
I have a ring of telekinesis.
It might be a little bit on fire.
Oh, yeah, you could use that. Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
just use that.
All
Just
right.
be
so
like,
with-
hold it out in my hand and just throw it at her like a Pokeball.
So it flies to her and it hits her. She goes, no, and she gets sucked
Okay.
into it.
Free shakes.
and it hits
Free
the ground. And for a second you hear in your mind, what would you like to name? Shh. It disappears.
Yeah.
All right. And she's been she's been trapped forever in the conch shell.
Fine.
The dwarf is fully asleep.
Yeah.
Still, how long does the sleep spell last for? Hours.
Hours if I
until you're
use
woken.
my sword.
I will tell you.
Wow.
So, as we've done so well, so Wu-Tang
A minute.
cats.
A minute.
Yeah, Wu-Tang cats. How did it go down here?
Sorry, I was looking at
Everything
the slips,
okay?
but I missed that.
How did it go down here? The hacker and myself have calmed the lady at the house, and she's perfectly safe now. What do we need to do next?
Well, we have procured both the scroll and the ring, so we can just leave and ask no further questions about anything that may or may not have transpired.
Let's make like sheep and get the flock out of here.
As this conversation is happening, my teeth attached to our Tabaxi friend Wu-Tang with a 15 to hit.
All right, cool. You're in halfling form, right?
Correct.
Okay. Does that hit?
15 is my AC, so yes.
All right. So
I dropped the halfling.
like, come on, Xandra, let's get the hell out of here. And you turn around and she's like, onto your back. All right, Obi, I will remind you that you have to hold on to the conch shell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll go and pick it back up again.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So you use your ring of telekinesis to pick up the conch shell, and you guys get out of town. It's like 5 o'clock in the
I want
morning.
to go up to.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
I just wanted to go up to the mayor and just be like, "Ocean brother, I lost my way. I declared war on all water, and then turned invisible. Forgive me."
It like puts a hand on your shoulder, and he says,
I say it in Aquan.
"Ooh!" It responds to you. It bows, like does that sort of like stately bow, and puts its hand on your shoulder and responds, "You had lost your way, and you were cursed. I feel that you have served your penance. Go with safety." And it gives you a little like shell that you know is a tangler grenade that you can use to like restrain people. Cool. All right, so you guys leave. The ship is not going to arrive until tomorrow morning. Is there anything that you would like to do before going to the docks to talk to the ship captain? And you had the right of it. You have actually managed to get out of the building with no one the wiser, and probably people aren't going to realize something's wrong until tomorrow.
Somehow.
By then they will be trying to work out what
Best-
happened, so they won't immediately
Best
suspect.
stealth mission ever.
I don't write the rules, man. I just follow the script.
Okay,
All right.
So, Callan, so what we're going to do is we're going to do all classic heist movies do is we're going to have a long rest because I was beaten by my own party. The halfling has bitten the cat. We've got Matthew has become big evil. Obi's now the big evil and carrying people's souls around with him. I'd like to get us new outfits so we look like we're doc people.
Oh, cool. Okay. Great. All right. So anyone with a disguise set of tools can do a disguise check. Anyone who wants to try and forge the documents can do a forgery check, and you
I think
can
I
all
will
take a
try to
long
forge
rest.
The documents. Yes, I will try to forge the documents.
Cool. Tell me what you get on the forgery check.
Okay. And I get to add my proficiency, which is...
That's the problem with Tabaxi. Their facial movements are very hard to read as a human.
I got a 19.
He's crying or not.
A 19. Okay, cool. And then what did you get for the disguise?
Can I disguise the entire group?
Yeah, you can like put together disguise kits for or like disguise outfits for everybody.
Is
So
that a
you can
deception roll?
It is a disguise kit roll. So I think disguise is charisma plus proficiency bonus.
Sure, okay. So I'll do it as the same vote. That's okay. Then.
Or is it charisma? I don't know. You can roll charisma plus proficiency
Sure,
bonus.
but I'm on +7, so I'm going to take whatever you said first. So
fair.
that's okay. So with +7 and plus, so the 22.
22. All right.
Most attractive dock workers ever.
Yeah, you guys are like that perfect level of you're not so stunning that people notice you, but they instinctively trust you because you just look, reliable.
There's only one thing though I do mess with. I give Haka eyeliner for no apparent reason. Really
Nice.
smoky eyes, really smoky.
Like it kind of works, man. They pop,
Alrighty.
I like to think that's modeled after me.
I'm not touching you. You bit people. Literally, you bit people. I was thrown through a window, so I'm being very careful and very, very, very like mage hand you. Mage hand from just.
All right. Okay, so it's the next morning. You guys have all had a long rest. You've slept. Throughout the night, the next morning, you sort of like normally if a job goes fully south, you'd hear from it from Reggie or whoever's given you the job. But in this case, you haven't heard anything. So you think that you still got a chance to go in, but it might be a little bit harder than usual. So what I'm going to do quickly is just set the scene a little bit because there's a few more things going on. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
Yeah. So what you were talking about kind of the Doctor Hat is writing in his diary. Dear diary, day 3, nearly died again.
And when you are finished with that,
but Obi seems to be clutching a shell, several shells. It's very odd. I didn't
playing a shell
think he was
game,
one of
it's
those type of people.
when you are
I
finished
think
with
the
that,
party's standing behind me, and I shouldn't be narrating out loud. I'm going to stop writing now.
if you are done, could you write me a prescription for catnip?
Oh, yeah, certainly. I'll make a forgery check.
You can only get it via script here. It is crazy. It is legal in some other districts, but not here.
22. Why on the useless rolls can I get really good? And anything
useless
that's
about that?
important failed.
You're
22 prescription.
forging a catnip prescription. It's the most
Yes.
useful check ever made in D&D.
All right. Okay, so it's the next morning. You guys have made your way to the docks district. You can see that like the ship that has the whalebone cargo. It's called the Lady's Finger. It's made its way into the harbour, and it's anchored in the harbour. And out the front of the ship is the ship's captain, and they seem to be arguing. There seems to be a bit of an argument going on between the ship's captain and the dock worker who sort of controls all the people who berth in the dock, and some other dwarf. And if you want, anyone who wants to can roll me a perception check or a history check. It's up to you.
Let's get closer and listen.
Perception.
Perception is slightly better than history.
Perception.
Oh no.
That's a 16.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah, 12.
+5. What? 21 for Haka.
21 for Haka.
Whoa.
Okay. And
Yeah, +5 to perception.
All right, so Haka and Wu-Tang Cat, you both notice on the dwarven lapel, it's got the symbol of the North Warden household. And he seems to be like sort of arguing quite vehemently and kind of pointing at the captain and then pointing up the road and all that sort of stuff. Over to the right, you can see that there's there seems to be some sort of, can I do a ping? I don't know how to do a ping, whatever. Over to the right, you can see is Reggie, the dwarf, and he's kind of hiding behind some boxes, and there's another guy with him, and they both kind of give you a look. Yeah, thank you. To show like they're kind of watching what's up. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I'll go over to Reggie.
Okay, cool. You head over to Reggie, and he's like, "What's going on? There's a bunch of stuff that happened at the manor last night. What did you do?"
So a lot of things happened, but we have the scroll and we have the signet ring.
All right, they're still trying to figure out what happened. They don't seem to think that it's related to the whalebone shipment coming in, but one of their men's come down to check and make sure everything's okay. This wasn't supposed to happen. You have to deal with this. Get him out of the way.
Okay. Go back to the rest of the group and explain.
Oh, which one of his men?
I think we should approach them and ask them, what seems to be the trouble here, gentlemen?
All right. So you guys sort of walk up to them.
Casually.
Very casually.
Super casually.
Sauntering.
And
I swagger. Definitely swagger.
Can I like hang back like behind, like at the back of the pack and try and look like the bad cop in a good cop situation?
Yeah.
So just like, but I'm really short, so it's going to be more like.
Okay.
I pick her up and just put her on the back of my shell. So, and then I also just like fold my arms and look.
All right. So Xandra and Hacker are looking down at the people arguing, and you see there's the dock worker and the captain and the dwarf arguing, and the captain's like, "I can't move the ship. It's stuck in the water." And then the dock worker's like, "It's been signed for here. It's all fine." And the dwarf is like, "You gotta move her over there." I can't do the accent, so you gotta move her over there. That's what that's what the dwarf says. I ain't doing it. I ain't Matthew Mercer. So they're obviously having this sort of argument, and you guys can step in, and they sort of look at you for a second.
What seems to be the trouble here, gentlemen?
They all talk for a second, and the dock worker says, "This ship came in here it's got our cargo in it. We want to move it to a location closer to our warehouse, but they're saying that it can't be done and that it's already been paid for and anchored in here. But we paid for it. It's our ship. Who are you anyway?"
Who am I? Who am I? You dare to ask me this question. How do you not know who I am? If you do not,
I'm going to like feign offense, like,
Want to know who I am? Well, I'll tell you. Sarah, give me a beat.
You can use my shell if you want.
Just a simple beat. I am Wu-Tang Cat, an oyster cat, laying down some fresh rhymes in front of some fresh tunes in front of you baboons. If you stay on my good side, it's purring and paws. But if you want to mess with this cat, you'll get the claws. There's no job I can't pull, no heist too big. I'll steal your gold and your girl and dance a jig. That's all you need to know, but let me tell you the best bit. Wu-Tang Cat ain't nothing to mess with.
Balls out.
The dwarf was like, oh! Like a bunch of other dock workers. They're like, whoa! The dwarf takes full 5 steps back and is just like, wait, hold on. You're a thief?
Hey, Mom.
he's a thief of hearts, is what I will say.
All right.
The metaphor. It's his artistic license.
It doesn't matter. What are you doing here? We've got to get the ship moved. And the captain says, you don't have any documents. You don't have the receipt. I don't know you. Beyond that label pin, I don't know who you are.
Is that the scroll we have?
Also, I have the receipt.
Yeah. This is why we stole the scroll. We stole the scroll for a reason. I feel Hack's actually saying this behind Harker's back. He's like, this is why we have the scroll. This is why you have the scroll. Go and speak to them.
All right. The captain of the ship,
what was that piece of paper we got?
Yes. So step out from behind Harker's shell. Aha, my good man. I'm obviously a common dock worker, but my colleague here is very important and has the prescribed piece of documentation you are looking for. That's why we're here with the cats.
Yes, check the documents. You will see it's all above board.
Gives us a 70-30 split.
The document says here it's all arranged, the 70-30 split with 70 in our favor.
Did you write that into the document?
Yes.
All right. The captain face palms the dwarf and pushes it away and steps forward and grabs the documents and looks at them for a second and says, yeah, this seems to be in order. All right, so you, and points to the whole party and says, you get to come up to my ship. Points at the dwarf, says, you get to piss off. Points to the dock worker that's been taking all to sort of commanding all the ships coming in and says, you go back to your home and everything here will be sorted out. So you're invited up onto the ship. Basically.
I push the dwarf into the water.
Yeah, sure. Roll me an attack roll.
Out of our way.
That was Hack's mistake because he went
21.
He went off to Sandra to stop her from stabbing him in the face. That splashing sound. Oh no.
All right. He shoves the dwarf into the water and it's like, I can't swim.
Real shame.
Well, that's not a very good career choice. That probably better to learn something.
Did you hear him? He either said, I love to swim or I cannot swim. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, well, he's gone now.
All right. So the captain
He's swimming. He's fine.
The captain invites you onto the ship and sort of says, okay, everyone, can you invites you to gather around this point here and points down into the cargo hold and shows you the whalebone. And it is a haul. You guys don't really know much about what whalebone is worth, but whatever is there, it's tons, and it seems to be worth a lot. Xandra, can you roll me a nature check, please?
You beat me to it. I was going to ask. Hey, that's good. That is a 17.
17. All right. What would you like to know? What were you planning to ask?
Well, I mean, with my further understanding of the whalebone trade, like looking at this, how much is it worth?
What would 70% be, say?
So if you sold this, if you like cut it up into pieces of ivory and crafted it and sold it, it could easily be worth like 300,000 gold in individual pieces. But that would take you time and effort. If you wanted to like sell the whalebone as is, as a supplier to like the guild of jewel crafters, it'd probably net you around 150,000 gold.
This seems sufficient.
Excellent.
Good.
All right. The captain says, okay, everything
Is this
seems...
sustainable?
Is this sustainably sourced?
This is vegan whalebone.
Whaling.
Anyone who
whalebone.
wants to can roll me a perception check.
19.
30, 20.
Oh God, 12.
14.
Who got a 19? Cool. And who got a dirty 20? All right, cool.
Haka.
Haka. All right. So where's Haka? Here. Okay, Haka, you like take a moment to sort of scan across the docks and see what's up and look out into the water and see what's going on there. And you notice hiding behind one of the loading cranes is a small like gnome with a wizard hat. And then Wu-Tang Cat, you're looking across the way and you notice the man standing up on top of like where the crates are, and he seems to be crouching and he looks like he's trying to hide. And you see he takes a look over at the docks towards where the dwarf is, and you see the dwarf like give a signal. And he leaps into the air and dives down at you. Can I get you guys to roll me initiative, please?
Hey.
I'm just like waving at the gnome beforehand, like, hey.
Oh, hi there.
Hello, friend.
All right, cool. So what did you get, Xandra?
Are you crouching down? It makes you hard to see.
I got a 19.
19. And what did you get, Haka?
4.
4. What did you get? Oh my goodness. I feel sorry for you. Wu-Tang Cat, what did you get?
17.
17. And Obi?
18.
18. And Dr. Hat?
11. Just a random group.
All right, cool. Give me one quick second. I have to roll for all the dudes. This one is... Oh, no, sorry. It's this one. Okay. All right. First up, okay. First up is the one that leapt into the air is going to sort of do an acrobatic leap across over onto the crane here, and on the way, it's going to shoot a crossbow at you, Wu-Tang Cat, because you sort of saw what was happening. So it shoots the crossbow. Where's its attack? Here we go. It gets a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
All right, cool. As that happens, it's going to try and hide from you guys. And anyone who wants to try and find it on your turn, can you roll me a perception check? So it sort of like leaps across and then slips sort of down into some of the, like behind the crane, and it sort of like hides from you. Actually, it might just jump into the water. It leaps into the water and now it's hidden under the water. Okay, next up is Obi. No, Xandra. Sorry, Xandra, you're up.
Okay, so is there still one crouching behind the crane?
There is one crouching behind the crane, yes. And you expect, like, probably they wouldn't have come with just 2 people if they needed to pull, like, a something's up move. So there's definitely going to be more around.
Okay. Can I, like, do I have line of sight of that person? Or would I have to move?
Unfortunately, you don't. You'd have to walk to the edge of the ship because you're quite small.
Wow, always picking on my height. No, that's okay. I'm going to walk right up to the edge, and it looks like I can move my person now. If I can get line of sight of this person, I am once again going to cast Hold Person.
All right, cool.
The one behind the crane.
It's going to make a saving throw.
Be a wisdom save of 14.
Wisdom save of 14. Okay, cool. I'll use this one. I got an 8, so it's like it locks up.
Yeah, so it's considered paralyzed for the next minute.
All right, sick. It locks up on the ground, and it's fully paralyzed.
I'm going to point at it and go, ah. That's my turn.
All right. Obi, what would you like to do?
Well, he's knocked out. Perception check to see where that... He jumped into the water, didn't he?
Yeah.
I want
roll
to
me a
try and...
perception check. You'll have to run up to the edge of the ship as well. But yeah, roll me a perception check.
I got a 20 for perception.
Cool. You can see him underwater. He's just kind of like just sitting under exactly where he landed, like kind of looking up and trying to like tread underwater so that his face is just beneath the waves.
I mean, the crane that he's currently underneath, is there anything attached to it at the moment?
There is. There's a crate attached to it.
Using the ring of telekinesis, can I release it?
Oh, I would like you to roll me a dexterity check. Are you a spellcaster?
Yes, warlock.
You can roll your spell attack bonus if you like.
Okay, so 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you like use your telekinesis to like snap, like pull the ring out from one of the ropes, and the crate slips open. It doesn't fall, but it slips open, and a bunch of like whale guts and meat and stuff spill into the water on top of him. And you look further into the water, and you can see some sharks appear and start sort of swimming towards him.
I mean, I didn't start off the bad guy, but...
I mean, so far you have trapped someone for eternity in a conch shell and also consigned someone to a watery death. Wu-Tang Cat, it's your turn.
We haven't thrown the marriage shell into the ocean
You have
yet,
not. You have not.
Oh, no, keep that in mind.
Okay, so... one of them is unconscious, one of them has been attacked by the crane. Do I perceive anyone else with hostile intent?
Roll me a perception check.
That is a 17.
Okay, give me one quick second. Where are you? You're there. Right. From where you are, you can see, standing up here, there is someone that looks to be covered in sort of furs and like little tree bits and stuff like that, that's waving their staff around in the air. They seem to be preparing some kind of big spell. Aside from that, you can't see much.
Can I discern whether they mean us harm or whether they are casting a spell to help us?
Roll me an insight.
That is a 16.
You can't tell from this distance. You might be able, if you got closer, you might be able to tell, or you could try and talk to them.
Okay, I would like to use my movement to get a bit closer, and then I said to them, "You, do you wish us ill intent in this matter?"
All right. So it's going to look at you. So you yell across the waves, basically, and it looks at you as it's casting this spell. And you notice that it's a druid, and she says, "This ship is filled with the dead corpses of my friends. It's going into the sea."
"Oh no, guys, it's Peter."
And she starts to prepare a spell.
Okay, I think that answers that question.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, would you like to do something else?
I was going to say, in that case, she is within 120 feet, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I would like to reach into her mind and try to convince her that everyone around her is her enemy and cast Enemies Abound. So she needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. She ain't real smart. Very wise. She gets an 11.
11 fails.
11 fails.
The target has lost its ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. This will last for up to a minute with my concentration. And so when it chooses another creature as a target, it must choose randomly.
Okay, cool. All right. Can you also roll me a 1d100, please?
Hey, I'll roll.
22.
22. All right. Creatures have disadvantage on the next saving throw against the next spell that you cast. That involves a saving throw. Cool. So you feel like wild magic start to suffuse the air as the donators start to get a little bit more antsy about things happening.
Feel it in the donors.
Just for a second. All right, Dr. Hat, it's your turn. Oh, sorry, it is not your turn. I take it back. You see from behind the druid appears a tiefling, and she holds a hand out to the druid, sort of realizing that it's about to cast a big spell. And she's going to cast Old Person. The druid's going to have to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, she fails. So she holds her hand out, realizing that the druid's been affected by this magical spell, and the druid tenses up and becomes paralyzed. Dr. Hatt, it's your turn.
I imagine at this point in time, the camera goes to Dr. Hatt, who's trying to shove as many whalebones into his bag of holding as possible. It's it tips his hat to Harker and says, "Let's see if the halfling or the tortoise is faster," and twin cast haste on both of them. So both Harker and Zandra have hasted on them. So basically, you get an extra action, your movement has doubled, your AC is +2. And then he hides underneath the whalebones, as much cover as humanly possible.
All right, great. Okay. Can you also roll me an insight check?
Sure, that's gone well for me so far, so why not? Yeah, let's just give it a go. Insight. That's 11.
11. All right, you look at the captain, and you can see the captain, doesn't assume that you guys have anything to do with this. As far as the captain is concerned, you guys have it's all above board, you know. They're a little bit confused by you jumping into the whalebones, but aside from that, they're more concentrating on trying to stop these people trying to attack the ship. All right. It is now the gnomish wizard turns towards you, holds its hand up, and unleashes magic. And there's a giant gust of wind across the ship. Counterspell? All right, there's a giant gust of wind starts to go across the ship, and you see like the magic fizzle in its hand, and it disappears. Well done, well played. All right. Okay, cool. Onto the ship jumps another person. Hold on, I need to do this. Onto the ship jumps a person, so they're literally like leap, flying across the ground, and they're going to try and pummel you, Wu-Tang Cat. So they're going to hit you twice. They get an 8 and they get a 9.
Neither of those hit.
Right. So they like leap, sort of almost Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style, like through the air, land on the deck of the ship, and start like swinging at you. But you're so dexterous, you dodge out of the way. Cool. It is now back to the top of the order. It's Sandra. It's your turn.
Did Haka get a turn?
Oh, I'm sorry, Haka. You have a 4. Yes, it is your turn.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Just don't get ghosts.
Can I hasted and with my winged boots fly over to the other side of that gnome wizard that tried to cast a spell and attempt to push him into the water where the sharks are gathering?
Yeah. Roll a shove check.
Cool.
That's an attack roll.
An attack roll. Did I rage just have a better chance at this?
Yeah, you could rage and you'll get
It is a bonus action.
I rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Should I rage in the final fight of the game? That's a one shot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Not sure if it's worth it. And then so it's just an attack roll?
Just an attack roll, yeah.
Which I will do recklessly. Oh wow! Every time it's okay. I got a 3 and a 6, and the attack roll is a 7. So yeah, 13.
That is enough.
Oh wow!
An unprepared wizard.
Okay,
Yeah, so you like shove the wizard and it goes off the edge, and there's that like cartoon moment of like looks at you, looks down at the ground, looks at you, looks down at the ground, and splash into the water. You still have your second attack, by the way.
If only you could throw a javi.
Yeah. I like at the. Is there anyone else nearby or?
There's this guy underneath a crate full of stuff. There's the wizard, but the wizard would have partial cover. You could peg one all the way across here and try and hit this guy. Yeah, you'd still be within regular range.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your attack.
Wait. Recklessly.
I'm going to recklessly throw a javelin.
That's a 1 and a 4.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
For an 11.
For an 11. That is not enough. It flies across and hits the dock worker or the ship, the pirate.
Oh, shit.
And it goes, ah! Sorry, sailor, not pirate.
Sorry.
Just to say.
And because it's hasted, you actually get another action, Ken.
Oh, you do? Yeah, you get another action.
Oh, I throw another one.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. 18 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. All right. Just a 1 on the damage die. Okay.
Oh.
plus 4 for 5, and then the rage damage plus.
Do you want to use your zealotry?
Yep. Remembered it this time. That's another 1. Oh, plus 2 for the zealotry. So 3. So that's all up. That's 10.
10 damage. 10 damage. That's actually pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's a reasonable for like a bunch of 1s. Like that's pretty good. Barbarians are strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With the zealotry, yeah, and the rage damage, yeah.
Okay. The sharks are going to go straight for the guy in the water. Now, if you want, Haka, you can roll an animal check and try and make them go for the wizard instead, but otherwise they're going to go for the guy covered in chum. He's going to swim underneath the deck. Or you can just leave it, like you don't have to.
Try to like make direct like one of them to the gnome wizard or something.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So it's animal handling?
Yeah.
14.
14. Okay. That is enough.
Just like,
it doesn't take a lot of convincing.
Just like semaphore, just...
Cool. All right, they're going to make an attack. Oh, wait, no, hold on. It's not those ones. It's these ones. All right, so they get both hit. So the wizard is hit. All right, so you see one of the shark like is going to go for the thief and then turns and goes for the wizard instead. And it like bites at the wizard and takes a chunk out of it. The one going for the thief, you see the thief like does a kind of acrobatic jump up on its nose and standing up on top of the shark.
The adversary.
Yeah. All right. It's now back to the top of the order. So it is the thief. The thief is going to get out of the water. So he's going to clamber up the side of the water and stand up next to you, Obi. And things haven't been going so well for him. So he's actually just going to disengage and try and run away. So he's going to run to... You can make an attack of opportunity against him if you want. I'm going to jump to here.
I'll give it a shot. 19.
19. That hits. Yeah, roll your damage.
Minimum damage, 3.
3. Okay. Oh, well. That's not bad. Okay. You can see that the thief's definitely the leader of the group. He seems to be sort of coordinating the others. Yep. It's now your turn, Xandra.
Okay. I'm going to see this thief. He's standing on the crane.
Yep.
I'm going to move up a little bit. And I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, "Oh, no, you don't." And I'm going to look really angry. And I'm going to summon a wildfire spirit.
Okay.
And it will appear next to the thief standing on the crane.
All right.
It will immediately have to make a dex save.
The thief or the wildfire spirit?
No, the thief. They will have to make a dex save.
Okay.
Everything is on fire.
Everything's... Does it like set stuff around it on fire as well?
No.
Okay. It's quite dexterous, and it gets a 22 on the save.
Okay. Well, that's not fun. Cool. So it takes no damage. For my bonus action, I am going to I'm going to command the wildfire spirit to light up all of our enemies that aren't us. And it will go on my initiative order, but after me.
Okay, cool.
For my second action, I'm just going to throw a dagger at it, at the thief. Why not?
All right, great.
Cool, let's go with that. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a lot better than I thought. It's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Yay. And it's max damage. So that is 6 points of damage.
All right. Cool. You take a dagger at the thief and like smack it in the side of the thing. What's your wildfire spirit doing?
My wildfire spirit is going to smack at old mate thief.
Yeah.
And it's a weapon attack. And yeah, it's a natural 19 plus 3. So it will take a d6 plus my proficiency bonus. So that's 8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage. Wow. Okay. Okay, cool. So it like sends a flaming pour into the thief, and you notice as it's standing on the ground on the crate is also now starting to get set on fire. And It's like. Okay. It is now your turn, Obi.
Well, I was going to take the crate out from underneath him, but there's an elemental up there. That's fine. Eldritch Blast the Thief.
Cool. Roll your attacks.
All right. I have a 15 and a 20.
And a 20. The 20 hits. The 15 does not.
All right. Oh, God. Minimum damage. 4.
4. Okay. All right.
Just struggling to see him through the fire and the haze that's starting to build up. Just load the stuff and blast him.
Yeah, you blast him with magic. You notice the fire starting to eat away at the ropes that are holding the crate in place. What else would you like to do with your action? You still got a bonus in the movement if you'd like to do something.
I'm actually pretty good where I am.
Okay, cool. Wu-Tang Cat, it's your turn.
Yeah, whoever got up in the mix just here.
This is just a regular sort of sailor. He's kind of cowering on the corner. He's like, I don't want to get involved in this.
That is probably a good idea.
Pay grade.
So this man who has taken a couple of swings at me, I will say to them, normally I am somewhat of a coward, and today is no exception, but...
And I'm going to cast Shatter on them.
On the person?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So it's a 10-foot radius, but it's going to be basically on them. So it is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. They don't have much in the way of Constitution. They get a 15. What's the saving throw to be?
The saving throw is 16.
Oh, no. All right, how much damage is it?
So it is 4d6.
Jeez.
13 damage.
13 damage. All right, so that almost blasts them to oblivion. But it also, you notice, Shatter smashes part of the ship off. So there's a great rift in the ground, and they're gonna make a dexterity saving throw to see whether or not they fall into the water. Which they managed to hold their balance on the side of the ship, but it's sloped into the water, and you can see underneath them is a reef shark or a hunter shark that's kind of looking hungrily upwards. Cool. All right. This character's sort of holding steady on the other one, but it's going to reach over and it's going to try and blast you with some magic. Wu-Tang Cat. So it's going to make 2 attacks against you. It gets an 11 and it gets a 21. I believe the 21 hits. Is that right?
11 misses, but the 21 will definitely hit.
21 hits. Okay, cool. So you take 1d10 damage. It blasts you with a bunch of force. You take 6 points of damage and you're pulled into the water. As the magic pulls you forward. If you want, you can make a dexterity saving throw to try and grab the edge of the ship.
I will make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That'll use your reaction.
That is a 22.
22. Okay. All right. So,
and I think that also probably breaks concentration on my.
You can make a concentration check.
How much damage did I take again?
You took 6 points damage. It's a 10. DC 10.
That's a 12.
Cool. All right. I'm going to lay out the scene for you guys. Where we are at the moment, you have 2 options ahead of you. You could try and take out the leader of these mercenaries and get them scattering, or you can just bail because you've done your job. You've gotten the thing to the captain. So it's up to you. If you don't really have a stake in the fight, but you're welcome to keep fighting if you want, or you guys can get out of dodge. Dr. Hat, it's your turn.
Dr. Hat takes in the scene, goes, the classic set fire to everything and escape in the smoke. So firebolt something that's not on fire.
Like the ship?
No, that's stupid. We're on the ship.
Okay, cool.
That'd be idiotic, unless we're surrounded by whale blubber, which will be excellent because that bird.
There are a few crates of whale blubber, yeah.
Right, so Dr. Hat goes, it's Mambo number 5. Run for your lives!
Boom! The back of the ship explodes. There's a blast of flame as the whale blubber sort of like rips into it, and it starts to sink.
Whoops!
You still have your movement and stuff if you want.
Yeah, no. Bonus action, Misty Step.
Oh, nice. Okay, where are you going?
I've got my whalebone. I've got Eric.
Uh-huh.
Misty Step off the boat.
Wait, isn't it Neil?
It's Eric now.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm getting the name wrong, but I'm not. Okay, all right. So you Misty Step off the boat and get onto the docks.
Yep.
All right. Next up is Hacker. It's your turn.
So, which of my friends are on the now sinking boat?
Yes, that would be me.
Xandra, Wu-Tang Cat, Obi, and Dr. Hat's off the boat now.
I'll just put this over there with the rest of the fire.
It's not a fire elemental.
Feasible?
It's just flaming.
Help that I could, because I've got the winged boots and I've got a strength score of 18. Could I pick up 2 of my friends?
That's feasible. Sure.
Then I'll go pick up Xander and Obi because I think they're the closest together.
Okay, cool. You want to grab them by the hands and fly
closest
off?
to the back of the ship, which just
All right.
Yeah.
How far can you move with your winged boots?
He's hasted.
It matches my speed, which is hasted, so 80 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because so it's barbarian, so I'm at 40 foot.
So I'm going to say you can fly across here and pick up Xandra and Obi. Because you have so much obscene movement with haste, you can just grab the both of them, basically. So you grab both Obi and Xandra and you fly across the ship. You can stop, take some time, pick them up. You're moving at super speed, and you land on the other side of the docks. The sharks are going to move in. This one's going to attack the wizard and tears it to bits.
That went well.
These two are going to go up underneath here. And then this one, Wu-Tang Cat's going to jump at you and try and bite you. It's going to jump up out of the water, so it's got disadvantage. It gets a 14. I don't think that hits.
14 just misses.
All right, so it leaps up out of the water and snaps up just underneath you.
Yank my tail up just in time.
This thief is going to
hand me the shark repellent.
This thief's going to leap up off the ground. It's going to run nimbly along the edge of the thing, and it's going to shoot at you with a crossbow bolt, Wu-Tang Cat, and then leap onto this bit here. Does your Spirit Fire thing get an attack of opportunity against it?
That is a great question. It has to be commanded each
you
round.
You commanded it to attack. I'm going to say sure. I'm going to say it does.
Sure. Let's go with that. That's a natural 1.
Oh, all right. So it slashes. It hits the crate. The crate falls into the water along with it, and it goes into the water, into nothingness. The thief shoots at you with a crossbow bolt. Hold on. Wu-Tang Cat, you get shot at. And it's got... so it gets a 24 to hit.
Super hits.
So, DM, as part of my wild magic capabilities, I turn the Tides of Chaos on, and I'm forcing you to re-roll that and a wild magic surge at the same time.
Oh, roll me a wild magic surge. Roll me a D100.
This will go fine. This will go fine.
I'm afraid with the reroll, it got 17 to hit.
Still hits, but
and
less severely.
You take 28 points of damage as it sneak attacks you.
Ooh. Holy crap, that is a lot of damage.
I turn to Obi and be like, do we really need Wu-Tang Callan? I mean, if we're splitting it 70-30, that's like split by like 6 or something. So like, you know.
I mean, we should at least attempt it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dr. Hat, you can immediately take an action. The magic, like, you protect Wu-Tang, or you try to protect Wu-Tang Cat, it reflects back on you and you can do something.
I'm going to cast another spell. So I just saw that the brave and brave Wu-Tang Cat got attacked. God, I should have picked
I believe it.
Literally should have picked some better spells. Oh, this is really stupid.
Do it.
Okay. So I used my item and set off. This is
I had that.
So around Wu-Tang Cat, is any of my team around Wu-Tang Cat?
No, it's just Wu-Tang Cat.
So this is going to be stupid because I run up to him and then do thunder step, basically blow a hole in the other side of the boat I've already damaged.
God.
But he's safe. He teleports with me.
Wait, you're here.
Oh, in that case, sorry, I was looking at the wrong character. I was like, oh, that's good. But I don't blow up the boat then, because that would be moronic. Screw it, I lightning bolt someone. Who's near me? I'm just literally going to
There's this thief here. You can cast lightning bolt at it.
Yeah, no, stuff it. He gets lightning bolted.
Sure, roll your. Oh, it makes a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right. Give me the thing. Okay, he gets a natural 2, which gives him a 9, which I imagine is not enough. So roll your damage.
32 points of lightning damage.
You blast him. He falls off the thing into the water, and you see a shark like leap up and fully eat his body. The rest of the mercenaries are like, "Look at this! We're out of here!" Things have been set on fire. You know, there's been explosions and lightning bolts. They didn't sign up for this. Xandra, it's your turn.
So childish question.
Yeah.
Sorcerer, can I twin that, or is it because it was from a
You can twin that. You can twin the lightning. Oh, no, you can't. You cannot. I'm afraid.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking. That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's.
Sorry,
yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, so Xandra, it's your turn.
I'm going to look at all of this chaos in front of me and go, well, Wu-Tang was a great cat. He was a good guy. I don't know if we can save him now. Interesting. And then I'm just going to start walking down the dock.
Okay. Obi, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
There's not much I can do about that fire. And the mercenaries are going to start routing, so... Yeah, no, I'm kind of with Xandra on this one. I got nothing to help out Wu-Tang Cat.
Wu-Tang Cat, it's your turn.
So I think I am going to get out of dodge by taking the disengage action,
Okay.
and then I'm going to. Do I have enough movement to get to the front of the ship here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you do.
Okay, and then I'm going to run to the end and yeet myself back onto the docks.
All right, you leap onto the docks. There's a swipe at you as you go past, but unfortunately they miss because of the disadvantage. You escape. You leap onto the front, onto the docks, and you're met by Reggie. I'm going to say the rest of you guys arrive all at the same time. You sort of all show up at the docks here.
Oh, hey guys,
Cat,
about time you got here.
It's like, yeah, well, yeah, we believed you'd survive.
You see, like the fire is growing. You have one last thing that you need to do.
Yeah, I know I've got one last thing I need to do.
What are you going to do, Obi?
Throw Reggie into the fire.
I'm gonna fulfill my guess and throw the shell into the water as close to the fire as possible.
You toss the shell into the water, and you see there's a swirling fountain of water, and then the Marid appears, takes one look at the fire, holds out its hand, and says, "Nah."
and then leaves.
And he engulfs the ship. The ship is slowly sinking under the water. It's like, I'll take this whalebone for myself. And you see sharks start to grab a lot of the whalebone and come away with it. You all feel your packs a little bit heavier with some gold that's magically appeared there.
In celebration, can I just look at my friends and go, wow, this was hugely successful and we did a really good job, and I'm going to wild shape into a sheep.
If for thematic effect, I know it's not technically correct, but if as we do like the cinematic power walk away from the ship in towards the camera, I would like to cast pyrotechnics on the background to create a large fireworks explosion.
Guys, don't look at explosions.
All right. Well done. You guys managed to escape. You don't sell all the whalebone for huge profits, but you live, and nobody thought it was your fault.
Which is really the best outcome.
So that's a win in my book. And Dr. Hat, just as we go, can you please roll D100 for me?
I will.
84. I'm running 84.
84. Everybody within 30 feet of you takes 30 necrotic damage as you explode with magic. And I think that's where we'll leave it.
I am rendered unconscious.
Thanks very much for playing, everyone. Quickly, Chris, where can people find you?
Me? No way. Yeah. I wasn't here.
Okay.
Again to Ardent and Meeples, you've been wonderful. People in chat, love you. The rest of you, not so much.
Kendall, where can people find you?
They'll have to follow me home.
Okay. Nick, where can people find you?
You can find me all over the internet as NVCDM or some variation on that, or on Twitter at @NVCDM.
Right. Emily, where can people find you?
You can find me every Tuesday, 6:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the Twitch channel Venice Elder in the Fates Group actual play campaign. Otherwise, at Fates Group on Twitter, and thank you to all the people that donated today.
Thank you so much.
Matthew, where can people find you?
Tabletop Obscura on Twitch. We run a actual play for Pathfinder 2, Agents of Edgewatch, at 6:30 Sunday nights. And once again, thank you to everyone who donated in the chat. We really appreciate it. Beyond Blue is a great charity to work for. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Sorry we ran over time a little bit. If you want to find out some of the stuff I do, check out Half Monster Games, halfmonstergames.com, or Half Monster Game on Twitter. We just finished a big Kickstarter, so unfortunately you can't back that, but check it out anyway, and I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Oh, sorry, we've got to announce who won the raffle. Drum roll, please. Congratulations to CrossCore for winning the raffle. We'll be sending you your games, so let us know what the address is. Get in touch with Meeples and Dragons, and they'll let us know the information. All right, see you later, everybody.